Hey guys.
One more than it should be.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, we're here. Hog. Are all the cameras still good? Are they still in the right slots? They are. Good. Look at me. Look at us. Look at us. Sassy, thanks for the host. Laura, thanks for the host. Soko, Natty, thanks for the hosts. Hanzo, thanks for the host. Appreciate y'all. Gypsy, thanks for the host. Done?
Freaking love
Did
that.
everyone?
So it's just Koiba then, smile.
Pretty much. Laura just continues the prime subbage in the hopes that I just don't kill her character.
What do you mean the hopes? You can't. She subbed this session.
I don't know what you guys
works.
are talking about. I definitely remember to click the host button earlier. What do you mean? I definitely didn't forget what he's talking about. It didn't happen.
Oh, fuck. All the exchange students moved into this complex, so I see so many foreign people trying to ride bicycles. It's adorable, you know? It's just...
What?
Yeah, there's just a bunch of exchange students that, you know, as a Dutch person, we ride bikes a little more than the rest of the world typically, so it's really funny to see a bunch of, like, small Asian boys and girls ride bikes and just suck at it, you know? It's just really funny to look at.
I mean, it's funny regardless of who they are. Like,
yeah, but it's just like, for some reason here, they're predominantly Asian, the exchange students, so just a bunch of, like, small Asian people trying to ride bicycles, and it's adorable.
It was pretty much the same with when I had an exchange student over from Italy. Like, they don't even cycle that much there. Like, he still struggled with, like, our
I mean,
bike
compared to
here.
Dutch people, everyone cycles. Like, no one cycles as much as we do.
If you tried cycle like a Dutch person here in the UK, you're probably just gonna get fucking run over.
Yeah. The worst part is on my drive to and from work, the main road I go across has a cycle lane. And certain individuals who describe themselves as road riders refuse to use the cycle lane. It's like, mate, this is a 40-mile-an-hour road.
Road riders,
with
huh?
no street lights, and you're not using a cycle path. You're gonna die.
I feel if they're not sticking to their designated lane, you have all the right to run them over.
Just run them over.
I do, but I don't want to fuck my insurance premiums or my car.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
But Gypsy, if you do it, you get 100 points.
That's true.
If you do it right, there's... If you do it right, they can't tell you did it, can they? So you're good.
I don't know. I feel like the blood over the front of my focus.
Now, if you hit them hard enough and you drive away fast enough, they'll never know.
Yeah, just go to an automatic car wash after and hide the body. Fine.
How posh do you think I
You
am?
have to hide the body, just leave the body there.
Well, you don't want to go to a manual and ask them to clean blood off your car. Like, you fucking idiot.
I can't afford a car wash.
Well, you know, that's a you problem, isn't it?
D&D, am I right, boy?
If you do it right, you can play D&D from jail. I saw a documentary the other day about like
I saw the same one.
D&D
It's really cool.
D&D groups in prisons and them playing like D&D in jail. It's lit. It's pretty cool. The fact that if they
out though, right?
you know, if they are well-behaved prisoners, they get like D&D privileges for that week. It's pretty wild.
D&D privileges.
Yeah, like they literally, it's wild, bro.
That sounds
It's,
like me.
it's quite a change. It's quite a change from authorities thinking that all D&D players worship like Satan and
right.
Quite a
No, it's just us that worship Satan. If anyone from the government's watching.
No, but like the Satanic Panic was like a real thing when D&D was first like.
Yeah,
you
it
know,
was.
Yeah.
It was huge. It was all over the media.
People that play D&D worship the devil, so D&D got pretty much outlawed at some point by the very religious. And back then religion was a little more prominent than it is nowadays, So yeah, it was a legitimate problem, guys. It really was. Poor nerds in the 80s who's not able to roll the dice and slay some fiends without being thought of Satanists, Poor guys. Want to see that one? I'll see if I can find a link to it at some point, Sassy. Just remind me. But yeah, it was pretty interesting. But hey, guys, we're back. Another week, another D&D sesh.
Oh, hi.
How's life? How have you guys been? How's
Hello there.
Good night. Good.
I'm just
night.
happy to not have to prep for D&D because my brain's fried.
Yikes.
I'm
That's
happy.
That's promising.
It's been a long week, and I stayed up very late last night doing sellouts writing because I have some terrifyingly cool plans.
Luckily, Gypsy, it's a week off this week for sellouts, so you're alright.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
you got plenty of time, dude.
You got next week.
Oh, Carly! Hey, how's it going? Any announcements before we start? Go in, dive in, dab, yeah, yeet, and all that?
Just bear with me today. I have like no voice because I was yelling at Twitch Toronto last night a lot. So Trim's voice is gonna sound. She's quiet, but she's supposed to have a higher pitched voice than mine, and it's not gonna happen today.
Hey man,
Just the cold mountain air.
the cold. Yeah, you're in the snowy area. You know, you got a bit of a cold. You know, it's
She
that
just
works.
like took up smoking to get over Freddie leaving.
50 a day.
Who needs alcohol when you can smoke, right?
Yeah, facts.
I
Any
have
announcements? Soko, Buddy.
1,000 follower celebration stream this Friday.
Hog.
Gonna be doing some shit and drinking and Twitch things and eating.
Your voice is being a little bit of a meme.
Shit.
Either talk with more confidence or move your mic closer.
That better?
Ouch.
What?
Yeah, gonna be fun. Lots of memes. Good time.
Hell yeah. I have a bit of an announcement, I guess.
Ooh.
I'm gonna revive my YouTube channel. I'm gonna, every Friday from now on, make little weekly highlight reels of clips and stuff that I made of the stream. And, you know, do a little editing. Because I used to be pretty okay at video editing, and then I stopped, like, 4+ years ago, and I want to pick that up again. Because I genuinely did enjoy, you know, editing and stuff. So we're gonna pick up that hobby again, and we're gonna just throw some fucking highlight reels and memes on the YouTube channel for you know, good measure. So, exclamation mark YouTube, I think, is the thing. If you want to go subscribe or something, I don't know. The link sucks, because that's like my Twitch channel from like 6 years ago, but for some reason, if you once claimed a new YouTube URL, you can never change it again, because YouTube is a shit company. So, hey, it's not youtube.com/thatdoesgeek.
Goal 47.
Yeah, that's my old Twitch name, boys. I had numbers in my Twitch name once.
Imagine.
I was one of those people.
How does that feel? Tell me more.
Yeah, imagine.
I remember we were watching, me and Duke were watching Profane and Som was just in one of those moods where he was just a sarcastic asshole all the time. And Duke was giving him shit about Somniloquy being too hard for a Twitch name. And he was like, well, yeah, at least I don't have fucking numbers in my name, do I, Duke? And I was like, whoa! Whoa! It's just, really funny. Really, like, just that. Yeah, that made me laugh, you know? Good old smile. So besides that, I don't really have any other announcements. Any podcast announcements? Hanzo, Laura, anything? Anything podcasty?
No, if you haven't heard the latest episode yet, go check it out. The last episode that was put online was the 0 out of 5, wasn't it?
What's the
Goddamn.
0?
The 0 out of
the,
5
because we haven't. The new one that we recorded isn't up yet, right?
isn't up yet. No,
Okay,
we have recorded another one, but it's not up yet.
Okay.
I
But
have.
yeah, 0 out of 5, 10 out of 10.
I have less of an announcement and more of an apology.
Oh boy.
My neighbors have seemingly got rid of their dog and have got chickens.
Oh
so
boy.
if you can hear that in the background, I'm sorry. I've been woken up at 7 a.m. for the past 3 days.
Hey, I mean, it's ambiance if we're in like nature or some shit, you know.
It's
like,
also
chickens.
driving me to the brink of
Luckily,
taking my bathtub to the taking my.
We're in the
toaster to bath.
Arctic. There's Arctic chickens where we're going.
luckily, we're butt fuck middle of nowhere Arctic.
I mean, you're not in the middle of nowhere, but you are in the Arctic. It's not really a chicken-friendly.
Are there Arctic
place.
chickens?
They could be weird Arctic chickens. You don't
The only Arctic chickens there are
Look
Dragonborn,
at
my
all
friends.
those chickens!
Look at that.
Just a flock,
chickens.
just a flock of Aracocras, dude. Just bunch of Kenku being fucking idiots.
Oh, I really
Oh,
want
boy.
you to play a Tenku. It'd be so much fun.
Alright, shit. Well, with that said, last week, the party made their way to Thermagar, to the port city of Port Karach, via airship. They had passage on the White Wing, if I remember correctly. And on the way there, they got attacked and boarded by some skeletal pirate men and a bunch of undead half-orcs. Fucking kicked their ass and claimed one of the airships as their own and is now waiting in Portkrach to be sent away with some mercenaries to go to Kalzir and just have it be stationed there for the time being. Also met a turtle by the name of... you guys don't know, because no one fucking asked his name when you talked to him and agreed to sail with him on the ship. No, it's not.
Name's Wilhelm.
It's gonna be Hans.
No, that's not how turtle names work.
I'm calling him Hans.
And Thanis suddenly found herself in her old parental home in the company of her parents, which was a bit of an out of the blue thing to have figured out. And the family has decided to invite everyone over for dinner. So that's going to be where we leave off, as everyone kind of slowly makes their way towards Actanis, her parental home. That's going to be where we take off today. I mean, yeah, and we're rated for 800 by inner people, but that's no big E, right? That's every
What
week
are the
for
odds
us.
that we can do that again?
That's every week for us, Carly. Come on, let's be real.
Yikes.
No, so at Actanis, her parental home, I believe Actanis is there. And Nakul and Trim are also still there? Or did you guys...
No, I went.
Oh, you went to
the
go pick
inn
up...
to pick it. I went to pick everyone
Yeah,
up. I don't know
true.
if Trim came with me or if Trim stayed with that. But...
No, I'll go with you.
Okay.
I'm just gonna awkward third wheel while you have this emotional reunion. Like, no thanks, man.
Okay.
Just like sit in the corner eating popcorn like this up.
You went toward... We'll say for the sake of this, you went towards the inn, kind of rounded everybody up and spent some time, and then towards dinner time, you all left off to Actanis, her parental home. Nicole,
Oh, before we all leave, though, as
you
a
knew the
group.
way, so it was easy for you guys to guide them there.
Before we left as a group, I wanted to ask the group, like, should we find somewhere to buy something to bring, like maybe just like a nice loaf of bread or something to contribute, because we're a big group and there's a lot of us.
I mean, did they ask for us to bring anything?
I asked Octanis if she thought that we should, and she said no, but most people say no to be polite, and you're supposed to do it anyway. That's what my parents told me.
Must have been nice to have parents.
I just, like, you can see Trim's like kind of mouth. I'm just like that. Like she's trying. She just doesn't have a response, and now it feels really bad. So we'll keep an eye out. If we see, like, you know, a market stall or something on the way, we can maybe just pick something up. Wait! I have an idea. And I will druid craft a bouquet of flowers to hold on to and give them. When
Adorable.
That's a good idea too. But
it's easy enough for you guys to, if you leave the inn is kind of located in like a little bit of a section where most of the shops in this town are. Town is by no means very big, so most of the shops and inns and all that's all kind of located on this like one part of town.
real quick, I had an idea.
I don't know what's wrong with your mic, bro, but your voice
Okay,
cuts in and out.
like really low. Hold up.
It just cuts in and out constantly.
It
No,
like
exciting.
your noise gates too.
Your noise gate, yeah, that seems to be.
How is this? Is this a lot better?
I'm gonna have to turn it down a little bit, but don't do anything anymore. I'll fix it on stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Beautiful. You go back to the barkeep.
Yeah, I want to talk to him real quick.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Would you happen to have any wines here?
Yes, I do have some wine.
All right, I'd like to purchase 2 of your mid-range wines.
We have one sort of wine.
Bottles.
One kind.
All
It's
right,
red.
well, I'll take 2 bottles then.
Okay, I can do that for you.
You see him kind of look in your eyes and turn around and go to a bottle rack behind him. He pulls out 2 bottles, puts them down in front of you.
For the 2 bottles, that'll be 1 gold piece total.
I will hand over the gold piece.
Takes the gold piece, keeps making eye contact.
Thank you very much. Do you like me to maybe wrap them in something, or are you just gonna walk bottles like this?
That's all right. Appreciate it though.
Okay. Have a good day.
You too. And Ron just like slowly turns around and walks away. Was the barkeep holding my eye contact the whole time?
Oh yeah.
That's even weirder.
Besides
The
when
way
you turn,
you just like stare into the
when
camera and do
the-
the smile, like
yeah, I mean,
fucking so creepy. dude.
gotta commit to the character. Dude. Oh fuck.
Can't handle this.
So besides when you turned around to grab the bottles, otherwise eye contact was constantly there.
Okay. Alright. It's fine. I will go follow the group and go over to Thomas's parents' place.
Yeah, I'll lead the way. Over.
Alright.
Back to
So, with a bouquet of flowers and 2 bottles of red wine from the inn, you guys make your way towards the slum area of town. Walk past a couple of abandoned homes on the way. It's definitely, for those that haven't seen the house yet, you definitely get the sense that this is definitely the area of town where the low lives live. People that don't have any money, or people that don't want to live near people per se. Walk on over. Nakul, you leading him, I assume?
Yeah.
Alright, you're at the house. Door's closed, but you know.
I will knock on the door. Just
Sarufis, could you get that? Father and mother are both in the kitchen working on some food.
I will go get the door.
I'm like, all right. I bought the group.
And I just hold out the flowers and go, "Do you have something to put these in?"
I have no idea. I will go find out. Come on in.
Oh no.
As you all come in, Larissa comes around the corner into the living area of the house, and kind of, let me go grab a something for those flowers to stand in, and kind of motion for you to hand the flowers over.
Do I still have them, or did Sarufis take them?
Aktanas took them, right?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, okay. I will give them.
Okay. And she goes back into the kitchen. You hear her, kind of shuffle some stuff around, and she comes out with this ceramic vase kind of thing, just a cream color. And she filled it with some water and put the flowers in, and kind of puts them on the dining table, which you can now see has been set with no plates yet, because they weren't exactly sure on how many people were going to show up. But you can see already on the dining table, it's not by any means a very fancy feast, but there is enough food there to, feed a small army. Mostly, yes, hello, hi.
I'm still not hungry, right?
Correct.
Or is that
Correct.
stuff gone by now?
That was 2 days, so this is the second day that is a thing.
This is the second day, right? Yeah, so after, this next sleep, it's
Yeah.
gone, right?
Yeah, correct.
Gotcha. Alright.
So on the table you can see a really big rack of some form of ribs. You're not sure what animal they're from, but they're definitely ribs. Some form of potato salad, which just looks like potatoes mixed with some white sauce and some herbs. A big bowl of just some vegetables, kind of like broiled vegetables, and kind of just all mixed, tossed together with some form of dressing, and a variety of breads and cheeses are all just splayed out on the table. Chiron kind of comes out and does a little head count and goes back into the kitchen, grabs enough plates and sets of cutlery for everyone to be able to eat properly. We need like 5 or 10 more minutes and then dinner will be served. So make yourself comfortable, and we'll be right with you.
Is there anything I can do to help out while we wait?
If you could maybe pour you and your friends a drink or something while you wait, then by the time that you are all seated, we'll be done, I reckon.
Okay, then I will do that.
Yeah, he's already put enough. It's a variety of different glasses and cups and goblets and stuff, because these are not the kind of people that have just 10 of the different of like the same cups and 10 similar plates. They're all like very like, you know, all the plates are different and all the cups are different, but hey, it's enough to make do.
Going to quietly take a seat at the table.
If I take a seat at the table, can I see the table, or do I need to go find a cushion to put on my chair?
You might have to find.
I will look around.
You know,
for
like
a
kiddie seat. You know, like.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look around for something to put on whatever chair I sit at.
Any like chest of drawers or anything like in this room? Like any kind of like.
Make a perception check.
Question. Where's Youngbuck right now?
You took him with you on the airship, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he'll still be at the inn, at the little stable area.
Okay, good. So he's not here with us for lunch.
Yeah.
That's
No.
It's just not an elk standing in the middle of the living room in the middle of the slums.
I'm just imagining this elk like on his hind leg, like front legs crossed, like nobody set me a place at the table.
What's
It's
your
just
roll?
like somehow sat in a seat, like
11?
at the table.
You look around and you do see 2 sets of like drawers. One on the wall, kind of behind the head of the table, and one next to what looks like somewhat of a couch and a fireplace. You see a chest of drawers, like a set of drawers there as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Drinking wise, you can see on the table is a bottle of wine already, a small little wooden keg with a little tap in it, with presumably some liquid inside, and a pitcher of water as well.
I'll sit down at the table and pour myself a glass of water.
Right.
Surprise.
Now just sit kind of awkward in a chair. How big is this chair? I'm big dragon.
Was I able to find a cushion or something?
Make an investigation check.
Do I win those?
No, do you?
Only one way to find
Not
out.
usually. Oh, 18.
Okay. You do find some cushions, but they're really thin. But you also do manage to find a small wooden box, which you reckon if you put that on the chair first and they'll put the cushion on it, you'll have,
Okay.
you know, you'll be approximately the same height as anyone else at the table.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do that then. And
Yeah,
then
you
climb
lift
up
it. You
into
lift the
the
box
seat.
up. It's not heavy at all. Presumably empty, but it seems like it's a sturdy wooden box that at some point contained something.
Solid.
Oh, Norok. I have something for you. I'm gonna give him the ring that Abron gave me.
Ooh. Wait, what ring is that? The ring of the
It's-
Fae?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Make sure to remove that from your D&D Beyond inventory then.
I will.
Alright, so hands you the ring. As you see the ring, it's faintly glowing with a purpley greenish hue. Which is funny, because were you wearing the ring, Octanus?
I was not.
Okay.
I just had it in my pocket.
When Bran last had it, the glow was a lot fainter than it is now.
Oh.
Hmm.
I know what that means.
Yes, you do.
All right. What's this, Actanus?
Abran said it helped you find portals to the Feywild or something. I'm not entirely sure. He gave it to me to give to you because he didn't want you to interpret it as like Go home, you dickhead, or something like that.
The classic Octanus tact, everyone.
Gives a little glance at Aberin real quick.
I'm looking directly down at the table.
He's doing his press for a meal.
Honest. I'll go ahead and pocket the ring for now.
So you now have the Ring of the Fae. As you guys poured yourself some drinks and are having that conversation, Chiron walks out of the kitchen with a big platter of what seemed like some form of oven-baked potatoey somethings, you're not too sure, and puts it down on the table as well, followed by Larissa, and Chiron goes to sit at the head of the table, and Larissa goes to sit like next to him around the corner of the table, if that makes sense. And Chiron stands up to kind of address you all. I'd like to, first and foremost, thank you for taking care of Sir Rufus the way you have. This is not the dinner I was expecting to be having ever in my life. I was not expecting to have ever get the chance to be reunited with my own flesh and blood. And I have you to thank for that. So, our sincere thank you. Kind of looks at you all, sits back down. All right, now let's eat.
Yeah.
I take like not a full plate. I'll take something out of like respect for having us. But yeah, I'll take like a tiny bit of food.
You're not
I was
hungry
gonna
at
say, just
all.
because you don't feel hungry doesn't mean you can't eat because it's
Yeah.
fun.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Like, hello?
In stark like
Yeah,
difference.
Yeah.
Nakul fucking piles his plate.
I also pile my plate down.
I only eat the vegetarian thing, so I'll have some of everything but the ribs.
Oh fuck
Narok's a
it.
little more conservative than the other two.
Oh fucking those ribs, man. It's mainly ribs on the cool's plate, but like it's almost a bit too much that for one person.
You're like making a burger out of ribs. You put like a rib between two other ribs.
What a fucking what's it called? Fucking double down, whatever it's called. Fucking.
So you guys eat, and you guys, at first it starts off a little awkwardly because you're all a little out of sorts, I guess. But then Chiron speaks up. Rufus, your mother and I were wondering. We didn't really want to mention it when we first had our little moment, but are we ever gonna get an explanation about that? And he points at your metal arm.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Nakul cut it off.
They both look at Nakul with very concerned looks.
Nakul definitely has like it's that food in the mouth look up, like he heard his name. To be fair, she did ask me to cut it off. So
Well, yeah, it did.
it was
You were
exactly
very
like.
happy to though.
I mean, it's not like every day someone asks you to cut off their arm as a friend. Like, I'll trust you to cut my arm. Come on
Good
now.
point. You did
Like-
slap me in the face with my.
That didn't happen. You
Just
can't
remembered
prove that. Didn't. No, it did happen. No, I've got. But you took that in
So-
jest. It was good banter between friends.
It was funny.
Both your parents look at you. But why?
Why?
Yes.
I found the metal one in the shop, and it could apparently do some cool stuff. So I replaced my arm with it.
They look at each other, look back at you, look at each other again, look back at you. I guess that's the lack of parenting there. Huh. Looks good.
It does look good. Does some cool stuff as well. It's pretty cool.
What
It was
does
a
it
good
do?
idea. I will, I don't know, like take a piece of metal cutlery and like heat it with heat metal.
Okay. That is not the story I would expect. That's expected it. I don't know, you lost it in a battle somehow, but to voluntarily
Well,
have one of your friends cut your arm off is not something that comes to mind first when you see someone with a prosthetic.
we did battle the dragon like a few hours before, so
You battled the dragon?
yeah, it was pretty fun.
And you
I
lived
just
to tell the
quietly
tale.
go, well, I didn't. I wasn't here yet. And go back to eating.
They look at you, and Larissa, the mother, kind of, a little smile appears on her face. So you are new to this little gathering of individuals? Looking at you, Trim.
New-ish. Yeah, I guess.
All right. Which one of you tried to contact us through the Order of the Obscure?
I'm just pointing the rank with my thumb.
That would be me. Sorry.
What branch of the Order did you use to try and contact us?
I use the Expanse.
Alright, that could be worse. See, when I got a letter through some Order of the Obscure courier, I was a little worried because me and my wife, we've made some enemies with the Order here in Turmogar and in Segalia. So when I saw someone of the Order try and approach me, I was ready to get my head cut off, but he seemed to not really know about me. So I was a bit worried when that happened. But as far as I'm aware, no enemies in the Expanse. So as long as those branches of the Order don't mix, I think we should be fine.
All right. I'll make sure to be more careful next time.
I mean, probably won't be in next time now that you found us, right? So.
Good point.
That's true.
I'm sorry, I do not mean to, but your name, your group has a little bit of a reputation around these parts, and I was just wondering, do you have any other tales to maybe tell while we have dinner, or am I acting out of line here? Because if I am, please let me know.
We made friends with a tree. That was pretty cool.
I mean, one of our lot made friends with a griffin. I mean, or
Also,
whatever.
we made
That
friends
was pretty.
with Griffin.
That was pretty cool.
That was also pretty cool.
Travel to the nightmare realm.
I looked really excited when they said the griffin part, and I looked at kind of a wistful, oh, I really wish I was there. Like facial expression for that moment.
We travelled also to the Hells and we do a lot of recently a lot of plane travel. I gotta be honest, it started for just a one-time thing and became very much not a one-time thing.
Trapped in Elder God.
We did trap it out of God.
They look at you, and because of all the different things hit you, they're not sure whether everything is true or you're
overfucking with them.
you're giving them some truths and some lies. Especially with the trapping an elder god part, they're kind of like that. Yeah, sure you did.
Do we know?
To be fair, the Elder God did
make an insight check.
Friend, so.
I mean, I should win these. I'm a fucking wisdom boy, but watch me get a 4.
If you get a 4,
it's a
burn the
fucking
witch.
6. So insight,
Nice.
9.
You get the sense that something in my room is making a lot of noise. Hello?
Fuck me, I'm powerful if I can sense things outside of the game world.
You can see by their face that to you it just seems like confusion or overload of information more than anything.
Okay.
What business did you have in the Nine Hells? Because we frequent there from time to time.
I needed to get an axe.
That one? Points an axe?
Yep.
Interesting.
This one.
Alright, well, I'm sure it's... as a tiefling in the hells, you probably, don't stand out that much. But a group like yours, and especially one of his kind, and points at Aberan.
Oh yeah, we sold him for 10 platinum.
Yeah, we
Going
did.
back to
We,
looking at my
Well, but that was a good one. That 10 platinum.
was a good one.
Obviously didn't stick though, because he's still here. But
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, refunded.
So a slave trader in the hells refunded an Asimar he bought for 10 platinum. Now that sounds like bullshit to me.
more
No.
that
Well-
he wasn't alive to continue to claim.
it was more of a repossession of property.
They sort of need me. I'm good at keeping them alive.
I mean, he's not wrong. He has definitely kept me alive and brought me back from being dead. So I can't.
That's true.
But as much as I like to joke and say you're not helpful. Thanks, mate.
I've only been in this group a few weeks now, and I've already been brought back to life by him.
I don't know if that says a lot about Aberrad or if that says more about you dying that much in such short amount of time.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it more says
True,
about
like,
the
it took
group.
an elder god to kill me.
if it
I'm-
eases your worries,
I mean, it took
I've
an
never
actual
had
god
to
to kill
bring
him.
Tanis back to life.
I'd like to avoid having to be brought back to life. Please. That doesn't sound fun.
In terms
Well, it
of
seems like
would
you
prefer
found
not
quite the
die,
crowd to
or-
travel with then, in that
Or
case.
you would prefer to stay dead.
No,
Ain't
no,
right,
I
right.
just prefer to not, be in the danger, to be honest. But
That's understandable.
Larissa now speaks up. So, what are your plans next? Where do you go from here? Are you here to look for us, or were we just something you did along the way? What is up next
This
for you
kind
guys?
of, we kind of stopped here by accident. Got attacked by pirates, so this stay ended up being a lot longer than we anticipated. But we're going way up north.
To Northport?
Virova.
Well, going to the Lonely Peak and is our main
Yeah.
kind of place of destination, I guess.
Dark stories roam around about the Lonely Peak, but you guys need to be up there. If you have purpose up there, then I'm sure you know what you're getting yourselves into. You seem to have done quite a lot of that stuff already, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's actually a good coincidence that you found us, because we probably won't be here for much longer. City kind of hates us. We've pissed off a lot of people here, and then with the Order of the Obscure and Firmogar kind of looking for us, we were getting ready to get out of here pretty soon, actually. So this is
I hear Calzir's pretty nice.
I was just thinking that.
I say it
No.
seems to be your lucky day.
Ever
I
wanted to
wouldn't
go
know.
somewhere a bit warmer?
I've never been, actually. I'm
they have friends there. I haven't met all of them, but there's some really nice people back there.
kind of Larissa kind of looks at Chiron, looks back at her. How do you suggest we go there? It's a pretty far travel south.
Well, we have an
Luckily-
airship,
We're
You
shipping one
own-
back there right now.
An airship.
and it would be
Moves
good
out
actually to
tomorrow.
have someone there we actually trust, and not just a whole bunch of mercenaries we paid to take an airship.
They kind of look at each other, and they're not saying anything to each other, but they're just exchanging looks.
Don't think they're mercenaries so much as they're hired crew would probably be a better term.
I mean, at the end of the day,
Wait, where did
mercenaries
you
and
hire this
hire-
crew from?
mercenaries and hirelings are the same thing. Mercenaries are
Well,
just
we
less
haven't
afraid to
paid
get their
them
hands
to-
dirty.
Kill or defend.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we
Right,
should do
yeah.
that.
But yeah, we have an airship going to Calzia soon. You could, hop on that. Go to Calzia. They could take care of the guild hall.
I mean, not
I
when it's
already
done.
sent a letter
You-
about that.
You have a guild hall?
sort
We
of.
have one that's being built. The
We
Empress is
sort of
building it
saved
for
a
us.
city.
It's
a
to
work
do
in
with the whole
progress
Elder
at the
God
moment.
thing.
Yeah, we saved Calzia.
The
from-
Empress agreed to build you a designated guild hall because you saved the city from an elder god.
Yeah,
it was
Shimura
her
just
idea.
kinda offered it to us. Yeah, it was like
Yeah,
her
she was
idea.
like, "You want a
Like,
you want a
that's
guild hall?" And we were like, "Fuck yeah, we'll take it."
They are so confused. They
I'm
are
just
so
gonna look at them and
confused.
go. I get it. I felt like that too.
Is it like it's when you're trying to explain your Pokemon cards to your parents? They're like, what the fuck? That's good, dear.
When is this airship supposed to leave?
I don't know.
I think tomorrow.
All right. We'll make sure to have our stuff ready, and it's at the airship dock outside of town, I presume, right? The one like right next to the wall.
If it's the only one, then yes.
Yes, it is the only one. It is not a big town at all.
We have a friend in Calzier as well that would be able to help you out when you arrive.
Oh, what is your friend's name?
Kisaren.
She's
Okay.
a water genasi. Sticks out quite a bit.
No.
And she knows that
Especially
she knows this airship is coming.
Yes.
So like we don't have to search a big city for one water ganassi. I mean, it's like will she be there to receive
She
us?
should know that you're arriving, and she'll hopefully be there and meet y'all.
Well, I can't speak for the both of us, but I for one wouldn't mind a little trip to the sun. And they kind of look at each other.
Do we, if these guys are taking the airship, do we give them the money to give to the crew when they get there, rather than
Kazaren's gonna take care of it. I'm pretty sure.
I feel like it's very presumptuous, but I don't know. I don't
mean-
want to impose on Kazaren.
Yeah, but she's also filthy fucking rich.
Yeah, she is. You know.
I mean, well, I think where she
It's more
lives.
the principle.
I mean,
I don't
Brandon,
care about the
Brandon, we're gonna pay her
principle.
when we get back, but if she can just take care of this for now. right?
yeah, it's like a little loan, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Did we
Like-
agree? This is out of character. Did we agree on the plan to send Youngbuck on the airship back to make sure no trouble happened?
I don't think we decided on that.
You
or
did
not.
mention that. Yeah, I remember you mentioning
I
that.
wasn't there, but we
then
didn't agree.
you were hesitant.
It was
'cause you
mentioned,
couldn't
but
communicate
yeah.
with him long ways, like
You,
from
couldn't
far away,
communicate with
so.
him. So.
Because I was gonna say like, oh, if you need help finding the airship, it's the one with the elk on board. 10 out of 10 way to spot an airship.
Oh, fair enough.
But if we didn't agree on that plan,
So
Yep.
you've already hired the crew, and they are set to leave tomorrow morning.
Something like that, yeah.
Well, all right then. I guess we'll. I think we would love to take on your offer. That is very kind of you. Gives us a chance to start over, and you're getting a guild hall in Kalzir means we get to spend some more time with our daughter, and I think both of us would really like that.
Wait, a D&D
All
character
right.
with a functional family relationship?
On,
I mean, define functional, dude.
It's better
Yeah.
than most of us.
Hasn't
mean,
seen
Karen
parents in
got
20
that.
years.
20
very
I want
years.
to
functional.
spend time with her.
Okay,
That
fair
is
it's
enough.
better than it's better than my real life family relationship.
Anzo,
Okay.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, do this.
Um,
What?
they continue to eat
Oh,
some
that-
more and have some
So I
some
know I gotta
drink.
excuse myself real quick. I have a couple things I need to go run off and do. Thank
All
you,
right,
sir.
of course.
Calendar.
I don't know about the rest of you, but you feel free to just be here for a while. We could have a nice keg of ale in the basement that we could crack open, have some drinks or something.
Now we're talking my language.
Do you reckon we should introduce your parents to Firewater Actonus?
Oh, we are well aware of what firewater is. Come on now.
Like,
I have a bottle, and you still have
only one.
that half bottle I gave you. Oh,
She has
That's-
2 bottles. It's like everyone.
I have
you,
3.
I mean, yeah, because I gave you a half full bottle as well. Remember when we were on there?
No, yeah.
Mm.
3.5.
I also have some of these, and I'm going to pull out the 3 bottles of ale I have kept since we saved the griffin.
The Strong Jaw Ale, dude, the big
Yeah.
boys. Hell yeah.
Ooh.
As you pull out the bottles of ale, you see Larissa kind of indifferent, but Chiron, big smile on his face. It's pretty hard to get your hands on some strong jaw ale around these parts.
Big
so
smile
that
on
is
my
a,
face as well.
it is a welcome sight to behold. Strong jaw ale is the rich folk stuff. So
I'm going to pass him a bottle of it and say, think of it as a thank you for hosting us.
he nods and takes the bottle, opens it, and takes just one big swig of it, and just the very satisfied when he puts the bottle down. Right. So we have Sarufis.
It's gonna be like pouring at the other bottles.
I don't think I asked. I don't think I asked before. But what are all of you guys'? What are your names?
Oh yeah, I forgot to introduce everyone. Shit. Okay.
It's all right. We weren't really there to give you manners now, were we?
Oh, we're aware.
Ouch.
My name's Nakul Sparkbolt. Nice to meet.
Sparkbolt.
Oh no.
Bom, bom, bom.
I recognize that family name, or at least the spark part. There's Are you from Kurmogar? Are you from this originally?
Yeah, I'm originally from the Darash Mountains.
Oh, and you see just a look on his face, like, ooh.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
No problem. Don't worry about it.
Heard what happened to your town. It's tragic and it's horrible, really.
I didn't realize word got out quite as far. Usually they were pretty
Well,
secretive in their nature ways.
we kind of traveled all around the province, so we picked up things here and there.
Fair enough. Anyway, drinks. And he's like,
Yes.
Nakul just fucking hard turns. Just like.
So we have
Nearest
Nakul.
alcohol.
What is your name? And I point at you, Quinn.
My name is Quinn Darksbane. I am also new to this group, like Trimmers.
Oh, all right, fair enough. And you there? I'm assuming you're still your high elf form, right, Natty?
Yeah. I am Thalin. Nice to meet you.
Lynn, sounds rich and fancy. Asimar, what is your name?
I mean, my name's Aberan, but call me Bran. It's easier.
Don't call him Brian though. He gets touchy about that.
Or do call him Brian if you want to make him
Well,
tetchy.
It's very funny when he gets touchy. It's really quite
And
amusing.
I guess you are Trim then, correct? And they point at you, Trim.
Yes, Trim Strongheart.
And who was the one that tried to reach me? The one that just left?
Narong.
Narong. Okay.
Yes.
All right. And you guys just have some more drinks and kind of, shoot the shit, catch up and all that. Narong, what are you up to, buddy?
All right. I want to go to the Mercenaries Guild if it's not super late.
It's just like, it's dinner has been had. It's still early evening.
All right. Yeah, I'll go to the Mercenaries Guild then.
Okay.
Gotta actually commission them to fly us.
Good boy.
Definitely didn't forget.
All right. As you walk in, the gnome that was there at the desk isn't there anymore. The desk seemed empty. But you can see that most of the doors to the several rooms are still open. So, you're free to poke around a
Find
little
the
bit.
airship boys that were pointing out to me before.
Yeah, you walk around, take a couple minutes, and you walk up to the same door that you were at last time you spoke to them. And this human walks up to you. Right, yeah. You have the pay so we can get ready to set off anytime soon?
That I do.
Right, good,
And just
good,
to
good,
let
good.
you know, there are going to be 2 people accompanying y'all.
All right.
2 cows here. It's going to be 2 tieflings named Larissa and Chiron. Both amazing people, right? They'll be proceeding with you to Calzir and just, make sure that they don't come to any harm.
Right, yes, we can, yeah, sure. Yeah, just hand us the money and when do you want us to set off?
If you could set off tomorrow, that'd be perfect. I don't know how long it's going to take to get ready, but
All right. Well, we shall be at the airship tower at sunrise and see if we can spot these two tieflings, and we'll be off to Kalzir. Was it yes?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good.
Hand over 1,500 gold.
Yeah, he takes the money and just kind of tosses it to one of his compatriots behind him. You count that, yeah? And I'm sure it's all right. If not, then we'll discharge your friend who's going to pay us the other half extra when we get there. It's quite all right.
All right.
Right?
Now we'll, take my leave.
Right.
There.
Close the door behind
Head over
you.
to the messenger tower.
Eh?
Gotta send another note to Xarian.
Alright.
Yeah, let's go over, get the next bird whenever I can, and tie another note, and send it on its way towards.
Do you
Galaxy.
have paper?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I have 2 more pieces of parchment left. So.
Alright, cool. Yeah, then do you have stuff to write with as well?
Yeah, I do. Okay,
Okay,
cool.
fair enough. Just check. Yeah, so you make the note and you send it off, and like the last time, you just set the destination, or you just tell the bird where to go, and the bird just fucks off.
Yep. And then I want to make my way over to our airship.
All right. Yeah, it takes you like 10-15 minutes to get from the dock side of the town to the airship tower, but yeah, you get there. The airship tower is fairly empty. You can see that the White Mane is making preparations to leave.
White Wing?
That's what I mean, the White Wing. The hull seems fixed. Not like great, but it's like, you know, fixed enough to get the job done so that they can get to a bigger airport and actually get the proper fixings.
Alright.
And your airship is the only other airship on the tower right now. So
does our airship have a name? I want to kind of like look around the hole, see if it has. Like,
make a
name
perception
engraved
check.
on it. 12.
You do spot some writing carved in the side of the ship, like at the back end. What languages do you speak again?
Common, Elvish, Gunslinger, Celestial, Thieves' Cant, and Draconic.
Alright, it's Draconic, so you do read it. It's, yeah. It says, the Marrow Compass. Marrow as in bone marrow.
Bone marrow.
So M-A-R-R-O-W.
Alright. And then I want to check, I want to go down below to where we found those, freaking, was it boxes full of like iron or something? I want to see if those are still there.
No, because they got lifted onto the White Wing by Nakul and them.
They took those? Okay, it's fine.
Nakul, Bran, and Quinn, I think. Did that?
Yeah, Quinn threw his back out.
Yeah, Quinn pulled his back, but you know.
They were on the other one, though, I thought.
He was there to attempt. No, they like it took 3 of them to lift the heavy box with the iron ingots onto the White Wing.
Gosh, okay. Fine, then. Okay, yeah, then I'll just head back to the tavern tonight.
Tavern or to Octanus' parents?
I'll head back to Octanus' parents.
Okay.
Probably still there. So.
By the time you get back to Octanus' parents' place, it's roughly an hour later, give or take, with all the walking around that you've done and shit.
Yeah.
They're still sat at the dinner table. You can tell Chiron has had enough to drink. He's getting a little giddy. Larissa is doing that typical like thing where, oh, husband dear has drank too much, and she's trying to like coordinate it all a little bit. Anything else you guys want to do or discuss there?
I'm good.
All right.
Cool.
Larissa speaks up and says, "Well, it was a pleasure to have you all present tonight. We should probably start packing and get ready to be at the airship dock tomorrow morning. Thank you all again for reuniting us with our daughter. Take good care of Sarufis, and Sarufis, take good care of your friends, alright?" And she walks over and embraces you in a very, very, very strong hug. And kisses your forehead and moves back to your husband.
Whoever's closest to me when they do that, I just lean over and whisper to any board member, "Who's Sir Rufus?"
I'll whisper back.
I've never heard her called
I
this
was kind
before. I don't.
I was kind of wondering the same thing.
I think
I'll just shrug.
I think I would have sat near Trim, so I'll lean over and be like, Actanis has 2 names.
Okay.
Do I hear that as well?
Nah. He's whispering to Trim, so there's not really a way for you to hear
Am
that.
I close to Rick's?
There's gonna be some like
God.
Chinese whisper.
Leans. Actanis kind of has like 2 names. Like Actanis is like a name like she chose, and then like it's complicated, but like don't worry. But it's not. It's in the cool whisper.
So basically the entire fucking block heard it. Yeah, gotcha.
Wow, rude. But definitely the entire room heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically.
So basically,
Does he let out, like, a
Larissa
proper
and
album
Larissa
of
and Chiron look at you a little confused. But kind of just like, whatever, you know? Right, thank you again so much, and perhaps we shall see you soon in Kalzir then. And they kind of like guide you out. Daddy Dearest, is drunk. He hasn't gotten up from his chair like once since he started drinking, so he gets up and it's like, ooh. Walks towards you before you leave the door and also embraces you in a really tight hug. Kind of pats you on the metal arm a bit and gives it a little like ding, like, just the sound. If it's like a completely solid thing or is it hollow, he doesn't know, but he's curious.
I'm
Just
assuming
flicks my arm.
we've drank all 3 bottles of strong jaw ale.
Chiron is a pretty heavy drinker. I think Quinn, the combination of Chiron, Quinn, Nakul, and you have definitely necked those 3 bottles of strong jaw ale. Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, they close the door behind you. You can hear some you can hear them talking still behind the door, but you can't really make out what they're saying. And you are standing in the streets, roughly. If telling the time properly, was a thing, 10ish in the evening. Sake of ease.
10:37.
I've seen that Critical Role episode. I get the reference. Pog. All right. What do you guys want to do?
I'll head back to the tavern. I get what's the plan? Tavern? I mean, or...
Well, we still have to figure out the rooms exactly, I think. So yeah, probably a good idea to go to the tavern now.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
Let someone else lead the way because Nakul doesn't 100% remember the way to the tavern.
Make a history.
We're
No,
quite inebriated at this point.
He's not drunk. He's not tipsy.
Hey, make a history check, Nicole.
Fucking yikes. I mean, history? That's a 12?
It's not a huge town, you reckon you can find a way back to the tavern, maybe with some, detours, but you'll get there.
Walking, just...
He starts to go in the wrong direction and Actanis just swivels it.
Yeah, it's like, we'll go this way. Hang on.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Left, not right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I'll fucking...
So you get to the tavern, and the only patrons currently present that are downstairs, at least, is the turtle that some of you agreed to travel with up north, and 2 individuals kind of sitting at the bar, and the Githyanki barkeep that is having a conversation with them, just looking at them in their eyes while talking. And you can tell by the demeanor of the people at the inn that they're here more often, so they're kind of used to it. They don't seem as weirded out as you were, Naronk. And as he notices you enter, he kind of cuts away from that conversation to greet you all. You're back.
I walk up to him and say, yes. So you mentioned earlier that we could get rooms here?
Yes, you can.
Alright, how much would that cost us?
That depends. Most of our rooms are double rooms. You 2 silver per room. They're small, but they will do the job if you need sleep. You know, it's better than sleeping out on the streets in the snow. That's pretty cold.
Alright. Yeah, then we'll get rooms for all of us. We'll bunk together.
That's 7 of you, so one of you will have a room for themselves. But I cannot charge half for that room, so that'll be 8 silver then, please.
Alright, that's fine. So I'll hand over a silver.
Okay. He hands you 4 room keys. He's labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Alright, if there's anything else I can do for you, please feel free to let me know.
No thanks. I think that's it. Thank you.
Okay.
And I'll, fuck's sake, Dutch. I'll walk back to the group and hand out the keys. There's 4 rooms. So we'll have one room where only one person's gonna sleep. Who will that be?
I'll take that, I guess.
As Narong's like, no, Narong, do you mind if we share a room?
Ooh.
Sure.
Ooh.
That's fine.
Why don't we sort who wants to share with who, and then someone can have a room to themselves if they want.
I don't mind either way.
I mean, Rix, you
Fine.
paid for these rooms, so I suppose you can have it by yourself if you want.
You could put, if there's 2 beds in there, you could put both beds together and have one giant bed.
Or 4 through the middle.
Yeah, I guess I'll take this room on my own then. That's fine.
Okay.
Big brain time.
I like to just go straight to the room, like whatever room is.
Fair enough. We'll serve. You know, you get a key from Rix. It's labeled with a number on it, so you know exactly what door you need, and you go in. The inside of this room, very basic. There's 2 beds, one on the left end of the room, one on the right end of the room. Each bed comes with a little like a one drawer like dresser type thing. There is a window, but the window has a bunch of snow caked on the outside. And you can see an unlit candle on each of the dressers. The bed itself, the mattresses seem to be made out of some form of straw. You can see some pieces of straw kind of sticking out, and the sheets are definitely hides and nothing really more than that. It's very basic, very but you know it will do.
Yeah, man. Nakul slept in worse places in his life.
Oh, absolutely.
I think most of us probably have.
That's like going around in the pool.
Right?
I'll take a room with Trim if she's comfortable with that.
Sure. That whatever's fine.
Hey, the 2 religious boys together.
Well, at least
We
one
can
of
have
us is
deep
comfortable
life
and
chats
religious,
about
but-
God all night.
Can get each other's god's phone number and chat shit, you know?
Oh my god!
I don't think I've actually asked which god Quinn follows.
Alright, we'll go room by room real quick. Nicole and Narong, is there anything you'd like to do before you go to sleep?
Yes, I'd like to talk to Narong, please.
Is this a conversation you want everyone to mute for, or is this a conversation that you can have with the rest of
People
it?
have already fucking heard what I'm gonna be basically
Okay.
talking about, so it's fine.
Alright.
So Narong, you know how I had to if anything happened with the chromosphere, to talk to you?
Narok looks very concerned when you bring that up.
Yeah, I know it's early doors. So after Theonel, after our little magic friends looked at it, and I had a dream that night, and do you know about Chromatus? It's a little lesser known dragon god. Or he talked to me.
Roll a religion check, Narong.
-1. Yep. Okay. Lit. It's a 1.
No idea, mate.
Well, he's.
No, I don't really know dragon gods.
I mean, it's basically he's like this lesser known one. He's not like Bahamut or Tiamat. He's like, but I think he like. I know he says I could summon him in like a desperate need or desperate time, and like, but like only once a week. If I say his name and like concentrate on it at the same time, and like I'm like it's bad. Like situation, it's. I mean, I think it's fine, but like, it's a bit fucking weird. I mean, there's 2 dragons that now speak to me like in my dreams, and like I'm not cool about it, to be honest. I'd rather like talk to them face to face, not like, you know.
Maybe we should cut you off from the chromosphere.
No, because like I think it's fine, is what I'm getting at. But like, well, hold on for now. You just told me to like, if anything different changed, I mean, it'd be all right.
Sounds like someone almost wants you to release him.
Well, I fucking won't. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I mean, like, only if all of you are dead, then I think that might be a bit of a desperate time for me to like maybe release him. Like, it's gonna take a fucking lot.
Who said you'll be the last one standing?
I see your point there, Narunk. Fair enough.
To be fair, I think Bran likes Ictanus more than both of us.
You're not wrong. Right. If some people are down and I somehow by some like not chance not dead or down, in this theory, basically, well, I mean, we're all fucking badass. Like, we're not gonna die, you know, we're fucking an elder god killed me, but whatever. Like, that was an elder god. Like, we're dealing with some cult people. Who gives a fuck? Like, whatever. We'll be fine.
Challenge accepted.
Fuck. It's definitely the reason Nakul dies, by the way.
I don't know about this. Sounds a little too nice and neat. There's got to be a catch somewhere.
I mean, that's what I'm getting at. What I'm saying is, like, if you see me going a bit more loco and, like, you know, I'm
got it.
I was gonna say take the chromosphere off my neck, but I guess that also works. You fucking psychopath. I mean, like, whatever floats your boat, mate. Whether lets you sleep at night.
I mean, if it's your life over mine.
I mean, right? Don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is, like, if you start seeing me like talking more like Chromatus a lot more and being a bit like, oh, maybe I should, you know, if it's not like we're in peril, because I feel like it could be helpful if we do it, but like. You know.
Cool. As you're having this conversation, you feel a warmth emanating from.
I've said his name too many times.
The sphere.
Like Beetlejuice.
And a voice in the back of your head. A voice in the back of your head. I could speak to him if you would let me.
No, wrong. Wants to speak to you.
Hands you the phone.
I look like he just talked to my mind. Good to know it's not just in my dreams, but that freaked me the fuck out. What the fuck?
I'm sorry, I should have mentioned that this is a thing I can do. If you give me permission, I could speak to him, but I need your vocal permission.
I mean, sure thing.
Oh.
Okay.
Orb.
And at that moment, you, Narank, see Nakul's eyes change from the color they are now to like rainbow colored. And you can see him grow a little bit, like a few inches in size. Right. I understand. There's no need for that. Just hurt me, hurt our friend. Not a good idea.
I mean, he did say I could slit his throat.
Right, but
he started doing some crazy shit.
Are you willing to hear me out, please? And he stands there, his body language. His body language is very like polite, very, you know. You'd reckon talking to a god would be a little more formal, and he's very like polite, very, you know, not used to really chatting that much.
Is he like Captain America leaning on the chair or something?
No. Nakul is still here. He just
So-
he gave me permission to be the more prominent one behind the wheel, so to speak. He's still aware of everything I say, and him just thinking of wanting to be back in control releases my control, and I go back into the thing. And I've heard of your previous encounter with a powerful being in an object, and I understand your worry. But I promise you that as a dragon, there's nothing more that I want than to stop these freak experiments on my people and to stop Rescue from being summoned ever. That'll mean not just the end of the world, but the end of all beings draconic. You have my word that as soon as that objective is complete, myself and the sphere self-destruct without harming any of your friends. That is my sole purpose. That this item has been designed. And everything I do needs to be permitted by Nakul. He is the one in charge.
All right. And in Draconic,
Okay.
I'm gonna say, I want you to swear to me on Bahamut.
I swear to you on my brother.
Oh my god.
And with that, you see Nicole's eyes turn back to normal, and Nicole is back in charge of his body. And
Jesus fucking Christ. Should I tell the others about this?
We should probably keep this a secret for now. It's probably for the best.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Does it sound like the best idea? I feel like we should probably let our group know that, like, there's some shit in my head, and like it comes. I feel like it's quite a big deal.
I think we should
Wait a bit.
figure out what's going on first, and then go from there, right? Because we don't want any of them to get hurt, right? I think we can agree on that.
I mean, that's true.
So if they're not anywhere near it, don't know about it, they can't get themselves hurt trying to do something stupid for it.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
yeah. And Nakul kind of like half whispered down to his neck, goes, what do you think, Mr. Miles?
I think that whatever you think is wise is what we'll do.
Cool. Great.
He
Thank
didn't
you.
say brother, right? Like, I just didn't imagine that.
Bahamut he definitely said brother. He 100%. This is like, yeah.
We know a god's brother?
I mean, surely like a brother of God is also like, we know a God. Like, come on, mate. That's not like I already told you.
That's true. But like, do you know like who this Chromatus is? I've never fucking heard of him.
I know. We said like you knew a little bit, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's a very general,
like the frowned upon, less powerful brother of the two, and therefore not deemed worthy of the praise that Bahamut gets. Pretty much,
Yeah.
kind of the TLDR on that.
He's like the. Is he like a younger brother? Is it that type?
Yeah,
Like he's like
he's
the middle?
younger brother. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the younger brother, so like doesn't have like the big glory. You know, he's in Bahamut's shadow a lot, you know, and it's very much that like not that
But
you're not amazing.
Still a really powerful god, but just not as powerful as his older brother. Therefore, most people kind of tend to forget about him.
Yeah, the cool very much is like not quite well. He's like, no, you're still powerful though. Like I'm not set. Oh god, it's that like oh fucking hell, what have I just said? Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed now. I don't know about you, but
I agree. That'd probably be for the best.
It's that like gets in bed, just looks at the wall wide-eyed, just like, this is my life.
What the fuck do we do?
Okay. So with that done, Shim, Atanas, anything you guys want to discuss in your room before Betty bye? My nose.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Cool.
Nice and easy. Bran and Quinn, you guys having a talk or something before bed?
Getting straight into bed unless Quinn talks to me.
I'll leave it for now.
Okay. Rix?
Bran's,
What was that, Gypsy?
Bran's very much aware that Quinn is also religious and isn't necessarily feeling like a religious talk today.
Okay, fair enough. Rix, anything you want to do in your room by yourself before hitting the hay?
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Alright, gotcha. Then with that said, you all sleep. You all sleep fairly well, you know, despite the beds not being the most comfortable you've ever had. And you wake up the next morning. You immediately like wake up and you feel the cold because this room is not really warm at all. Like last night, most of you had, a little bit to drink, so it's a little easier to forget about the fact that it's cold. You wake up and you have that realization of like, wow, it's really cold in here. But you're all up and ready to start the new day.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna get up and.
Sunrise. I want to head to the air docks.
I
Air dock?
also want to go there.
Sunrise? Okay.
I'm
Cool.
just gonna. Whenever I wake up, I'll just head downstairs and have breakfast. Smile.
You get downstairs and the only patron in the inn at this time is a turtle. And as you all come down, he walks up to... Wasn't it Ronk that kind of made the deal with him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you there. Are you still planning on traveling with me up north?
Absolutely, sir. I just gotta go see our ship off the air docks since they're heading back down south while we head north with you.
Alright, yeah, just you and your friends meet me at the docks. I'll be there in roughly an hour or so, and then we can get ready to go, yeah?
Sounds perfect. What's your name, by the way? I didn't quite catch it last time.
Oh, it's Dom.
Dom?
D-A-M. Dom.
Damn. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It's a German talk.
Well, I'll see you in an hour. And then when I get outside on the brakes, be like, all right, guys.
I'm outside with
meet
you.
at the fishing docks or ship docks in an hour. We gotta meet the turtle friend.
Turtle?
Yeah, we're heading up north with him. I told you guys about it, but you weren't there, Nakul. Don't worry about it.
Bork. So it's just Actanis and Naronk that are heading to the air dock. Alright. Yeah, from the inn it's like less than 5 minutes of walking. You just you can already see the entrance to the tower in the distance.
I want to visit the airship dock as well.
Oh, okay.
I want to see my airship off.
Sounds good. You walk up and walk up to the tower, and you can already see the mercenary crew is there on the ship, kind of looking around, eyeing it up a little bit. And shortly after you arrive, Actanis, her parents arrive as well. They seem to be very lightly packed. They're each just carrying a like a haversack worth of stuff, and that's pretty much it.
I was wondering if you could do me a favor when the guild hall is built. Could you hang this up next to whatever bed turns out to be mine? And I'm gonna give them the tapestry that I had hung up at the Archmage's.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! I forgot about that. Fuck.
I forgot you stole that like way long ago.
You stole that out of the dragon's like
yeah,
lair, right?
I took it off the dragon when we won, and then I hung it up in the...
I forgot about that. Wow.
There's a fucking tapestry of all things.
Yes, of course. I presume it is that ship over there that we are taking, and points at the only ship in the dock. Yeah.
That would be ours if I see the name correctly. Eyes are failing me a little bit this morning.
Assuming I'm just gonna assume that it's yours since it's the only ship here.
Probably. Unless ours got stolen.
All right. So yeah, we will decorate the guild hall, your bedroom or whatever with this. As soon as it's built, I suppose. What do you suggest we do in the meantime? Do you have any like idea of when the guild hall will be finished building?
No.
About a month or two, I think.
Yeah.
Like a month, I think, is like the last timeline we heard, but we've been gone for like a week or two, so.
All right. Any suggestions for good and affordable inns for us to stay at in the meantime?
Actually.
Thinks
I'm
about.
being too presumptuous if I say this. Fuck.
You probably are.
You probably would do it anyway.
I 100% probably am, but
I don't know what you're gonna say, but you probably are. It's you.
if I tell them to ask Saren about the little lair that we have under the well, to have them stay there.
Oh my god.
I'll try. I mean, it can't be worse.
Well, she doesn't know about your beef with the archmages
That's
either,
true.
so she'll assume that's fine.
Maybe she does know. She frequents there still, time to time. Maybe she does know.
Okay, well,
Laura.
then maybe she does. Sure, you know.
Fucking see, dude.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I have a little
when
like
Cassandra goes
thing,
to meet,
like depending on the next time you guys like meet Kassarin, I have like a little thing to kind of that I kind of like work with. Okay, it's been this much time, so this is probably what she's done, kind of. So that I have like a little timeline of Kassarin and Matrim doing things while she's
Yeah,
on the
because
button.
I have nothing specific. I just
have
figure
one.
other
Yeah.
than just time with Ryaga, it would just be like working for Haran, doing like things he asks.
Yeah, Matrim still picks
training
up.
Ryaga.
Matrim still picks up the occasional like
Yeah.
bounty and quest for the sanctuary people because he still kind of is indebted
Yeah.
to them from being an ex-cultist and all that.
Yeah. Basically, Kassarin just kind of took her dad's job as head of Haran's security. So
Do you have a timeline for Freddy as well?
Yes, I do. I genuinely do. Don't worry about it.
that's awesome.
Like, you think you deciding to stop playing Freddy means that will be the last we see of him. Motherfucker. I decide when that happens.
I mean, when he left, I expressly expected him to pop back up.
Yeah.
At some point, because he didn't disappear for good. Like,
Yeah.
would you though, like, out of character, then give us like warning if like me or Hanzo, if you were like, by the way, next
Yeah, I'll
session,
always run
potentially,
it
so
by
that we
you,
wouldn't be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, okay, now to play another, go back.
No,
in that
I'll run that by
okay.
you, of course, because that's something that you got to be prepared for. Yeah. Anyway, so they're asking if you have a good place to stay that's affordable and nice.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
All right. Well, we might have a place that you could stay for free. If you tell. All right. So when you get to Kassarin, right? Water Ganassi, she'll help you out. She'll just tell her that Naronk said that y'all are Rufus's parents, right? And that you'd probably stay at the sanctuary with the archmages.
Sanctuary with archmages.
Yes.
But it's probably good to mention that, like.
Is he
we may
pulling
not
my
have
leg,
the,
Serapis? Or is he being serious? It's hard to tell with you guys sometimes, because you have a lot of tall tales, you know?
No, he's being serious.
We're not
Right.
quite on the best terms with them right now,
Yeah,
but
kind
I'm
of
pretty sure they'll
dismal.
make an exception for y'all because y'all are so kind and nice, you know.
I mean, I am
they'll
more
love
than
you.
down to stay at a tavern until you guys get back or something. It's not a big
I
deal.
was just thinking, so you wouldn't have to spend money on a tavern, you know what I mean?
We have some coins spared up from our business days, I suppose is the right word for it.
I'm gonna hand them a coin purse and be like, well, this should help either way, so.
We cannot accept this. We
No,
should
if
be
you
fine.
don't accept it, I'm just gonna throw it in the ocean, and then it will be no good to anyone, so you may as well just take it.
You raise a good point, and he takes the coin purse and puts it in his haversack. Yeah, mark down whatever gold you gave them.
It was 50 platinum.
Fucking hell. All right.
Damn. All right.
All
There you
right. Well, we'll probably if the Archmage doesn't work, I'm sure this Kiseran lass will be able to point us to a good inn or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Hog's Belly is pretty good.
All right.
I think that's what it's called.
It is.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
too.
good. I was trying to find it in my notes.
It's like the one inn you actually have frequented properly before. So, yeah.
Where we actually know the people.
Yeah, exactly.
Defeated Santa in there.
Had a really interesting Christmas there, yeah. All right. I suppose if you need to talk to your crew or something before they set off, they look a little. They're looking around, and he's like points at them, and you see a hand like the 5 people that you hired. They're all kind of looking around the ship, and you can see the guy in like the actual like captain's cabin / cockpit, if you will. Seems to know what he's doing. But the rest of the crew is just kind of walking around, being like, "Hey, right, if he flies this thing, then all we got to do is just, you know, sit here, right?" You know, kind of that going on. We will hop on board and try to see if we can find a little bit of a private area in the lower deck for us to reside in while the airship carries us to Kalzir. Thank you again for everything.
Of course.
Chiron kind of kisses you on the forehead, Ectanus, and your mother just hugs you very tightly. And they hop on the airship, and you see him talk to the captain for a little bit, being like, "Hey, we're the tieflings that we're supposed to ride with you, yo." And you see them then go below deck, and they don't pop out anymore.
All right. Problem solved. I hope.
You hope.
All right. I don't know if Octavius is gonna pay those guys when they get there. To be honest.
Saren, you mean?
Sick as Aaron.
Saren, fuck. Tired, man. All right. I think we need to get going to those docks. Meet with that turtle.
Yeah. Shortly after you leave down, you're down the tower. You can see the airship take off and turn around until it faces south, and you can see it slowly disappear out of sight. This town is pretty close to the mountains still, so you can see past the airship the mountains and the thick white clouds above the mountains, snowy peaks. And very shortly after they leave, you can see them disappear into those clouds.
All right. Now it's time for the fun stuff.
Mm.
And I'll head towards the docks. Because
I'll just go with him.
Alright. Is the rest of the party also going to the docks, or are you still at the inn?
I mean, yeah, once I've had breakfast, I'll head up. Yeah, I'll be like, we'll wait for everyone else to be awake and be like, "Alright, guys." I'll try and find the docks.
Well, it's really hard. You go to wherever the sea is.
He is.
No, yeah. No, you know.
You never know.
You know
Might be
that
two.
the only ocean close to here is to the west, so you head westward.
Hey man.
You kind of walk past the slums district, and as soon as you all hit the docks, you can see to the left side of to your left-hand side a large tower where a bunch of birds fly to and from, and pretty close to that a large building that kind of stands out. It's not quite a tower, but it's a very it's not a deep building, but it's very wide, I guess. Does that make sense? It's yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it's like it's stretched a long way.
Yeah, that's it. It's like a stretched, not very deep, but very stretched building.
Yeah.
You see a few warehouses with thick black clouds coming out of the chimneys. A bunch of Goliaths, dwarves, and humans carrying cargo. You also see to your right-hand side a building made from still gray, but slightly less dark than most of the other buildings in this town. with a bunch of town guards stationed in front of it, leading you to believe that this is probably the guardhouse or the stockades or some building where a lot of guards need to be present. And you see in the water a trio of ships, large metal, sharp front side, and you can see them just trudging through and breaking all the ice in the water to make sure that all the trade ships can travel properly towards the next town up, pretty much. These ships are unlike any of you have ever seen before, except for Actanis and Nakul. These are ships that are definitely exclusive to Durmagar. Ships that are designed to break ice so that trade ships and all the smaller ships can still travel through the normally frozen waters. Quite noisy. And you see several trade ships as well. Roll a perception check.
Everyone?
For those that are kind of looking around like, oh, where do we go?
I mean, yeah, I'll look around.
Natural 20.
24.
Wow.
18.
Oh, wow. Natural 1.
Look at you. All right.
Just balance all things.
I rolled
20.
I rolled a 19, but I don't have my character sheet open, so I don't know what my perception is.
So you all roll pretty high except for Natty, pretty much. What's happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, holy shit, a boat. Holy shit.
You all see several trade ships, but you do see one trade ship that seems to have a, except for Rick's, see a trade ship that has a, definitely a turtle, kind of standing around, ordering some people around, doing some stuff.
Is it also called the Siren's Descent?
You do see from your perception check that they are rocking a flag with a design of... a flag with a white background with a green siren, which is where the turtle seems to be. So,
All right, well then I'll head on over there, I guess.
as you approach Dam, oh hello. So, is this everyone?
Yeah, should be. Take a quick head count.
Okay. All
Did
right.
we get Young Buck?
I'm assuming you did. I'm gonna assume that you did.
Okay.
I was gonna say, if not, I'll just communicate telepathically with him.
Yeah.
Because I can do.
The thing with the young buck is just like I just kind of assume that when it's
Follows
appropriate, that when it's appropriate, you take him with you. You know, I'm not gonna hammer you for like, oh, you left your pet behind. You know, that's just not the type of DM I want to be.
You know, if that ever happened, I can just like dismiss
Plus,
him and
yeah,
resummon
true
him.
that.
So,
Yeah,
not
true.
a big deal.
Not really a big deal.
So, I don't know if you are all aware of the little agreement I made with your friend here, but you seek passage to Northport, or the Lonely Peak rather, but Northport is, you know, a stone throw away from that mountain. And I intend to be there in roughly 3 days. So your wood elven friend here said he and you all would be a little extra protection on my ship while I trade with the towns in between and Northport itself. Journey will take a total of 3 days and should be fine. The reason I need more muscle is because for some reason it's been a little more dangerous as of late to travel so far north, but you look quite capable, yeah?
Oh, very capable.
Very. The most capable.
Right, good.
Don't look
good.
at me like that.
That is good. When you step on board, any of you seen Warforged before? Because I've gotten some strange looks.
Have I ever seen?
Have I seen a Warforged before?
Yeah.
I'd say Aberan would be the only one that may have, on the off chance in his life.
Do I roll for this?
Roll a history check. Yeah.
Might I have seen one in
Didn't we
my background?
encounter
Oh
one?
yeah,
I
actually,
haven't seen one.
Quinn, you too. Yeah.
Okay.
I met
I
one.
was going to say, it was with the mercenaries was one.
One was
right?
part of the mercenaries, so I would know.
Oh yeah, true. You're right. You're right. I mean,
I have a.
when you see Warforged, you're like, oh, it looks like the guy that I met the other day, but that's all.
Yeah, the
you're
guy
not
told
really,
me.
you're not
Oh,
aware.
yeah, but
You know.
I have a -1 to history, so that's a 14. Brand's a forgetful boy.
You know of Warforged. You know that these are machines
Were there any Warforged in the border?
designed to look humanoid, mostly made from either a stone-like, wood-like, or metal-like material, infused with a very potent and strong arcane power source that allows whoever is in control of them to order them around, fight for them, act like pretty much any other humanoid would. But they're machines that act very much like they're like the AI of D&D, I guess.
Is this something that I would have interacted with, or that I just know of, given my background?
I mean, they're still they're still very rare. They're very expensive to make, and it's you have had your encounter with a few, but that was also on really rare occasions. Not really something. They don't just throw a horde of Warforged on the battlefield because that's a very expensive hobby.
Okay, good to know.
People are less expensive.
Laurie,
Yeah.
your cam has died for me, by the way.
Oh, it has. Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's frozen.
I thought she was just very studiously taking notes.
Same.
Maybe Laura has fully
Do you want
died?
me to do a history check?
Has Laura
as
fully
well, or-
died? Monka.
Yeah,
I'm scared.
Monka.
Love that Canadian internet.
Uh
Yeah,
oh.
she's not responding. I
She
think
said-
Laura is
Discord
dead.
says she's online, but
Yeah, but it's because it's not caught.
It takes a while to,
Yeah, fully disconnect
Uh oh.
because it's
Oh,
searching.
wait. She doing something?
Well, she muted herself, so that's.
She
She was
on
muted
mute.
the whole time.
I wish
But her
she-
camera's
Okay.
buffering now.
She's typing though. She's typing.
Oh, there we go. Bet it's gonna say internet dead.
Yeah.
Probably.
Bet.
No, please.
Laura.
Oh no.
My internet
but
died.
yes,
Reset
nothing
it.
is.
Oh
Alright.
boy.
Let's continue.
Monka.
Oh,
on
wait.
now.
There it is.
Oh,
And she's
no,
gone.
no,
Where's she gone?
She was
she's
just
gone.
back.
And-
She was just back.
Take a break. She's probably just reset her internet.
Oh, there she
hello.
is.
There we go.
Oh,
Maybe.
Oh,
You
that
got me.
timing.
That was some impeccable timing.
It's so good.
Lord. Fucking hell, lads.
Wow.
I'm really excited.
nope.
Laura?
Hello?
Hey!
Hey,
There she
Liz.
is.
Tell Tim Hortons to get off your Wi-Fi.
For a second, I was like, Discord Canada? Nani? But,
No, this is a
Number two?
me problem, not a Discord problem.
So,
yeah, gotcha.
Dutch, do you want me to do a history check as well?
Yeah, go for it.
When he asks if anyone
Magic
knows about Warforged, I'll
Yeah.
just nod at him, I guess.
18.
Yeah, you have definitely heard of Warforged. You've never personally had an encounter with them, but you've read about them, and you know that these are what I just said. They're
Okay.
machines infused with a very potent and strong arcane power source that allows them to be ordered around. Whoever has ownership of them, they're like robot slaves, I guess. You know, it's like slave trade, but it's good because they're robots and not actual people, so it's less bad. Because they're designed
Tell that
to
to
be that.
Connor. How dare you?
Okay, well, he's not here, all right?
Wow.
These guys don't become
Oh.
deviant. All right, yeah. So I've my last few trips up and down the ocean here. I've lost a few of my Warforged to a variety of things, and it is just not as safe to trade here anymore as it used to be. This started happening roughly few months ago, so which is why I wanted to maybe hire some extra muscle. And you've got to go there anyway, and by ship is a lot faster than by on foot. So you know, works out for
That's true.
the both of us. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Very very good. Yeah. And he kind of guides you towards the ship. Willkommen to the Siren's Descent. Make yourselves at home. And we'll be leaving in about 30 minutes or so. Just don't bother the Warforged while they do their job, because it... Just don't. Peter?
Alright. Simple rule.
Oh, and obviously, hands off the merchandise, yeah? I'm here to trade and make money. Would not want to have some, crates disappear or something.
I mean, that was...
Absolutely.
I thought that was expected, but alright.
I've hired people before, and let's say there's a reason I work with Warforged.
As I said, that's expected. I look, Glerak, Tarnas, and Ronk.
What the?
I don't know. You still
Have
from
it
an
stolen
orphan
something.
one time.
Steal from an orphan one time, she says. And as you all look around, the Warforged are mostly made from metal. They have a very very cursive design of like etchings and linings in them. You can see kind of the parts, like between, like the top half of their legs, or like not even the top half, like the top part of their legs that like connects to the chest plate has wood there to kind of attach the two. Where the shoulders normally would be, you can also see wood to connect one metal piece to another. Necks are made of wood as well. And you can see that all these etchings and linings and carvings in them faintly glow a blue light, and their eyes glow a bright green while they walk around. They all seem to be wearing just tabards with the white background and the green siren on it to show that they are part of this crew. And the turtle goes into the up to the wheel and yells some stuff in Aquan, which I don't think any of you speak.
I do.
Oh, you do? Oh, you do. And Aquan communicates to the Warforged to get the sails ready and get going. Pretty much is what he's doing.
Damn, that's
which is like common, but that's pretty much what I imagine the language to be. Yeah, pretty much. And shortly, the Warforged put down the crates that they were carrying and all walk over to their positions to handle the sails and whatnot. And you set off for the first stop on your way, which is Port Duran, which is roughly a 6-hour journey up north, which will be the first stop. And right there, we're gonna take a little break, I think. Go for a little piss, cheeky little piss, yeah, and all that, and we'll be back for more D&D shenanigans in we tried to 5 minutes, but hey.
Has Narunk's crab died of starvation yet?
No, I feed it.
What do you feed the crab?
I feed little pieces of food.
It's just still sitting there, dude. It's on his
immortal.
Just like a little bit of rations.
I mean, the crab went to hell. All right, give it a break.
Yeah, it's
I'm
fine.
surprised it didn't cook inside.
It's been to hell and back.
Literally. All right,
So
we'll be right back,
A
guys.
couple of times.
How
At
did
what
it
point
not
of
become
starvation
roasted in hell?
Do we cook the crab?
It's just it's like a little tiny little fucking thing, dude.
It's a
That's
tiny
like not even meat on it.
barely enough meat for one bite, bro. Chill out.
Hunger does a lot of things to people.
It's not one of those like Japanese crabs that's like as big
No.
as a person.
No, it's
You know,
literally like this tiny little crab
Sand
that
crab.
just
We can eat young
chills
buck
on.
instead.
Not really. He'll
Not
just
really,
teleport
I don't
away when you
think.
kill him.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, we'll be right back.
Bye.
5 minutes break, D&D and stuff. All right. Shit.
Yes. Bye.
It's always like a bit.
You know. Yeah.
Hey guys, we're back. Gypsy was taking forever. We apologize.
Undeafened.
Gypsy, you took for fucking ever. And I'm mad at you.
How dare you?
And
Now he's talking, but he's muted.
Sorry,
Because he's eating.
Sorry, is it good enough?
It sure
I was
isn't.
still here before Koiba. Smile.
No,
I mean,
you
I
weren't.
was.
No, you weren't.
No, you
He was
weren't.
keeping
Koba's
it
been
dog
here
food.
the whole time. Like,
We were seeing the
I don't
dogs
know
he's
that. I
currently
wasn't
dog
here to know
sitting.
that.
Yeah, we were looking after.
Yeah.
You saw one of the three because I don't know about the other two are being picked up.
Love dogs.
All right. Anyway,
Ooh.
the ship takes off to head to Port Duran, which is not a really long journey at all. It's like 6 hours or so. Is there any one of you that's kind of like keeping an eye out on things, or you're all kind of just dealing with your own stuff? What do you?
I'll be keeping an eye out.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Nicole likes
be.
it.
I'm gonna be watching out.
Well, in that case, make me a perception check then.
Okay.
That's a
Ooh,
natural
yes.
one. So
That
5
is
in
a 19.
Nicole,
Man love the
you
ocean.
are too gobsmacked by the beings that are warforged. Yet you are so captivated by them that you can't really put your focus anywhere else. And like, wow, that's a
metal.
walking metal wood thingy. Wow.
Wow.
And Octanus, what'd you roll?
19.
19.
You see,
So close to 20.
you see a little bit ahead of you, one of those ships that's breaking the ice as you kind of sail behind it a little bit. You can see, if you look down into the water, that you can see some movement, but whether those are big fish or something to really be on the lookout for, you're not sure. And you can see in the distance, getting closer and closer, what looks like a town begins to appear in your vision. And unless there's anything you really want to do on this little trek to Port Duran, we'll say that. Oh,
I walk up to Octanus and ask, "Are you all right on the ship now? You were not feeling great when we were on the airship, but you seem to be fine on this one."
Oh yeah. I don't like heights, so I don't really enjoy airships. Water's fine though. You know, grow up near a dock.
All right, that's fair.
How fast is the boat moving?
regular ship speed, you know? I don't know. Shit.
Yeah, but like
20
boats move a
knots.
bit. Is it like a fucking race boat, or is it like just chugging along?
It's just chugging along.
Could I swim fast enough to keep up with it?
You could certainly try.
Because I want to go for a swim.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Okay. You take off your armor and jump in the water?
You know it's the Arctic,
Yeah.
dude, right? It's gonna be
And it's
cold.
super cold. And you immediately go into shock and
Hypothermia.
What would that call?
As those adverts I
Fine.
keep on seeing, just float.
You just off for a quick swim.
Okay.
That's terrifying.
So you take your armor off and you jump in the water?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you hit the water, I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
There it is.
I run over to the side of the boat and look over where Quinn jumped in to make sure he comes back up. Cause I'm like, oh, no.
21.
As you hit the water, your toes immediately go numb. It is really cold. But you seem to, after a few seconds of adjusting to it, it's still not pleasant. But yeah, you're swimming along with the boat. The boat's going a little faster than you. But if you really try hard enough, you'll be able to somehow catch up to the boat. Yeah. But it's really fucking cold.
I'm okay with this. I just like being in nature. So
As this happens,
Even if you get frostbite.
Dom,
Mhm.
the turtle, kind of walks up to you. Is he okay? Typically people don't really jump into water. It's pretty cold.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know. But he seems to be fine.
Yeah, I feel like we'll keep an eye out and just if he'll do something. He'll yell or something if he needs help.
All right. I just I for a second I thought he fell off board or something, so I got a little worried. But okay, it's if you need us to slow down or something for him to catch up, just let me know and I'll.
If he gets into trouble.
Okay. And he goes back to the wheel of the ship.
I can't believe he made the nice turtle get worried. So mean.
Are there any animals on the ship? That aren't young buck?
On the ship?
Yeah.
Naronk's crab.
That aren't that either.
Roll a perception check.
Nope. 6.
You can see some seagulls kind of, tagging along on the mast, but other than that, not really, as far as you're aware.
Is there like any of his wares up on deck, or is it all down below?
As far as you can see, there's no goods on the top of the ship, or on the top deck of the ship. No.
Right.
Okay. Unless there's anything else you want to do, we'll assume that at some point, Quinn catches up to the boat and climbs back on board again, put on his armor, and 6 hours later, so roughly early afternoon still, you dock at Port Duran. Seemingly slightly bigger than Port Karach, but design-wise, the buildings and stuff look very similar. The dark gray stone, all covered with a nice blanket of snow. You can see a good amount of ships all being docked at this port. And you can see from the ship that there's a lot of people carrying cargo to two particularly huge buildings that seem to house all the cargo, all the ships, because you see a multitude of crews move towards those same warehouses with boxes, crates, bags, and whatnot. So the ship docks and Dam walks up to you. Okay, I have to unload my goods and bring them to one of the warehouses, and I have a meeting to attend to with the trade company here in town, but I intend on setting sail again in I had it written down somewhere.
4 hours.
Roughly an hour, like 3 hours or so, I predict. It's a short stay, but unless you want to stick around here a little longer, I don't have to be in Northport for 3 more days, and it's a 2-day journey, so if you want to stick around a little longer, I don't mind. I have a bed here at the trade company, so I can sleep comfortably here. It's up to you, yeah?
Yeah, do you need any help unloading your wares or anything like that?
Oh no, I'd be fine. I'll have my Warforged assist me.
Alright.
Okay. Wanna go walk around?
I mean,
Sure.
Okay.
yeah, I've never been here before. Well, at least not for a while. So yeah, sure, why
I'll
not?
join as well.
It would also be nice to walk on something that doesn't rock.
As you all hop off the ship, you can see around you a lot of ships rocking different flags and logos and emblems.
Anything I recognize?
Never say anything. I
Roll a perception check.
Oh no!
Ooh, yay.
That's another natural one. That's 2 in a row.
Wow.
So, that's a
20,
5 in
21
total.
for me.
21?
Man,
23?
those Warforged are just
21.
crazy.
Yeah, 23.
Okay, Actanis,
They're machines that move.
Actanis and Narong. You see one ship that rocks a flag that you recognize from somewhere. Roll a history check.
Okay.
Oh no! Why you do this to me?
Okay.
Oh, this is actually
Ooh.
go well. 15.
Oh, I didn't know I actually got a plus that. 15.
Okay. You both rolled 15.
Yeah.
The logo you see is that of it's gray with a reddish eye in it with a blue iris, and you remember that is the logo that Nakul has imprinted on his loincloth.
I'm gonna hit him.
Yeah, I'm gonna point it out to
Cool.
Nakul,
Cool.
What's up, bro?
right there.
What
see
flag
that?
right?
And you see the logo that you have imprinted on your loincloth. You see the logo of the executioners in broad daylight on one of the ships.
Very interesting.
Should we go
Alright.
have a look from
Well, before we do anything,
a little distance?
guys, is everybody out here walking with us?
Yeah, you're all kind of like together on
Yeah, I
the
think so.
dock, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna hand everyone a potion of wind walking.
Ooh, yay.
Okay.
Oh,
So that's
Don't go.
6 gone.
Potion.
That'll allow you guys to step through the air if you drink it. Lasts maybe like 30 seconds. Not super great, but it'll get you out of a tight situation, you know what I mean? Secondly, what do you want to do about this, Nakul? This is your thing, right?
Yeah.
I'd rather we keep an eye on it. Maybe see if we can see some face. To be honest, I'd rather not see it right now.
I could
Yeah.
listen in on their conversations if you want.
I mean, don't get
It
too
won't see
close.
me.
I don't want to.
I have a new little item.
I
About.
mean, okay then. But be careful, Neuronk. I'd rather not alert them of my presence around. Basically, we'll just try and avoid where they go. Keep our distance for now. But
All right.
if you can mess with their ship a little bit for me, that'd be good. But obviously, don't risk yourself, mate. Just only if you know you can do a little bit of kind of pretty shit the dogs in.
Yeah, I can hear it, dude.
I've got ideas turning into my head right now, dude. Like, how messy? Oh shit.
Close his door.
I'm gonna go yell
So it
at the
wasn't
dog.
close,
Yeah, that's why we could hear that through the door.
but- Yeah.
Wild.
How messy would you want it?
Nothing that they'd know about straight away. Maybe something to
Okay.
mess up their shit, and they'll realize a
That,
bit
that
later.
clears off a few things. I was gonna say I got
Yeah,
some.
I'm not saying
like
like completely fucking destroy them.
got a gunpowder blanket.
I-
take out the whole shit itself.
I can always do the thing I did for Octanus and be something small, smaller, and then it won't know I'm there and can eavesdrop.
I'd rather not risk you Trim on this. This is more of a personal matter, shall we say? And we'll yeah, don't do anything, Naronk, that will risk your life's sake. Just
Me risk
See,
my life. Never.
basically get as much notes as you can of who they are. Maybe pick up some names. And that's what I'm looking for. Someone we can ask around about.
All
A little
right.
bit of, you
What-
like a little bit of subterfuge.
What is this about anyway?
I'll explain to you later, Rick. So everyone else involved wants to know.
We should
I've-
probably move then. We don't want to just stand here staring at them. It might be a bit
Let's go find.
suspicious.
I'm gonna go find an alley and head to the nearest alley.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. You can kind of like skirt between the two warehouses, get yourself a little, there's some boxes piled up outside there as well in the alleyway. You can kind of hide behind and do your thing.
All right. As soon as I see that, I'm gonna use my ring of invisibility.
Okay, so you turn invisible. Roll me a
Yeah.
stealth check with advantage.
This is what I was built for, guys.
Rolled natural
That's-
one.
It's a good thing I have advantage. Put it that way. I rolled 2 on one of the dice. Is my stealth on fire? I haven't rolled stealth on one. +7? Oh, lit. Okay, so that's a 26.
26, alright. Yeah, you walk out of the alleyway. Do you just walk towards that particular ship?
Yeah, I'm carefully avoiding people and making sure they don't bump into anything or whatnot.
Yeah, yeah, sure. There's enough space for you to kind of mosey around the group of people congregating from the ships to the warehouses and whatnot. Right. As you get near the ship, you can see that there's, as far as you can tell from here, you can see a handful of people on the top deck kind of standing in a circle talking to each other, all dressed in what seems like a variety of either chainmail or leathers, carrying pretty well-kept looking weapons. That is all you see from where you are now. If you want to go in close and have a closer look, you can, but that is what you just see from like up the top.
Try to get within earshot.
Okay.
I'm real nervous right now.
You're
you,
nervous.
This is really exciting to watch.
You walk closer to the ship, and do you step on the ship, or do you keep to the...
Can I hear them without being on the ship?
Roll perception check.
Be worse. 18.
They're kind of standing at the far end of from where you are. You can catch words here and there, but nothing really to form cohesive ideas of what they're up to or what they're doing here or whatever.
I'll step on the ship.
Okay. As you step on the ship, you can hear some hustle and bustle coming from below you. You can hear and feel movement of like the shaking a little bit of things being moved around down below deck. Leading you to believe that there's more people on board than just the people that you see right now. Okay. As you try and step closer to the group, you can hear them mention precious cargo needs to be delivered to the people up north. They pay well. And he sends one of the people away and yells at him, which you can clearly hear. Make sure you get the rest of the lot from the tavern. We're supposed to leave in a few hours. And he walks off the ship, and you see him disappear into the group of people at the dock and disappear out of eyesight.
Did the other guys disappear too? Or were like grouped with him?
They kind of spread out, and some of them go down below, and some of them go up to the wheel.
Alright, I'm gonna quietly whisper in my bracelet. They have some precious cargo on the ship. And they got some people that they're grabbing at the tavern, so try to be careful when you're around there.
I
And I want to try and sneak down. Turning off my bracelet so it's all vibrate.
Okay. I would like you to reroll your stealth check then, please, if you go down. Okay. With advantage again, of course, because you're still invisible.
Not quite as good, 25.
Oh, only 25.
Not quite.
You're doomed, mate.
It's not 26.
Give me a second.
It's also not a natural 1.
That's true. I rolled a natural 2 on the other one. I hadn't had advantage of it. Fuck.
I feel called out.
You should.
Oh boy, look, Warforged. Hey, Nicole, here's the thing you've been looking up for the past, like, 35 sessions.
Okay. Yeah, you, go down and can see what looks like anywhere between 5 and 10 more of these people on the ship. Some of them are just sitting down having a chat. Some of them are playing a card game. And you can see a group of them are... Make a perception check, actually, before I continue.
Natural 20.
God fucking damn. Alright, dog.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. I'm about this.
You see one of the people appear from behind a few boxes and joins a group of people standing in front of the boxes. And they talk a little bit and then disperse.
I'll go over to that area if since they're dispersed.
Yeah, there's still 2 people in that room, but it was a group of 4, it's now a group of 2.
I'll get close enough to at least listen in. can.
You move closer and you hear two people. And as you can see now with your insane perception deck, you can see that they have that same logo on the flag tattooed in their neck. Like the kind of eyeball looking thing with like the red things around it, and the blue iris and the slit in it. You can hear one of them say, remind me again, what language do you speak? Sorry, I need to have your sheet open
Common,
at some point.
Elvish, Gunslinger, Celestial, Thieves' Cant, and Draconic.
Okay, in Thieves' Cant, you hear them converse. I should have known you speak that with your background, but I just wanted to make sure just in case. You hear them say one deeper voice, seemingly in half orc, from what you can see. Is Princess down there keeping quiet already? And the guy replies with, had to give her a little sedative to keep her quiet for the journey, but I don't think we will be hearing from her anytime soon. That's good. People pay a lot of money for her, and I would hate to do something to her before we get there, if you know what I mean. I understand, brother. And they in duo kind of walk off past you.
Said the princess down there?
They said
Like,
princess down there. Yeah.
Below? Have I seen any stairs going down further?
He was talking to the guy who randomly appeared, or to the guy who randomly appeared from behind the boxes.
Oh. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna go look behind those boxes now.
When you look behind the boxes, you spot a latch.
I will try to quietly open it. As quiet as I can manage.
Roll a sleight of hand check.
Eh. 19? I have a +7 modifier. It's nice.
When you, try and open the latch, it makes a little bit of a... when you open it up at first. You look around. The nearby people were those two that were talking, but are halfway the deck now. You see one of them kind of, and then kind of shrugs and continues talking to the person he's talking with.
Okay. I'm gonna slide down and close the latch behind me.
No, okay.
I was like, yeah.
You go down. It's like a little rope ladder. You go down and you see a variety of cages in different sizes. Make a perception check.
14.
14. It's pretty dark in here. You're not too sure how many cages there are, but you do see one cage at the back, and from what you can see, there appears to be something in that cage, but you have to get a little closer look to determine what it is.
I'll walk up to the cage.
Give me just a second. Need to quickly... I'm looking for something in my notes and I just can't find it because I'm a great DM.
You're making it even more tense.
Hmm?
You're making this even more tense. So.
True. Yeah, it's just... I have a lot of notes, guys, and I want to make sure that I don't fuck it up because that would be awkward. Yeah, so you move closer. Most of the cages definitely appear empty. And in the back of the cage, the cage, the back of the deck, you see a cage that has a figure lying in it, covered in what looks like a hood. You can't really make out what it is, but you definitely see a humanoid of some degree lying on the floor.
Hello? Whisper quietly.
You don't seem to get a response.
I'm gonna try and find the lock to it and check it for traps.
Roll investigation check.
17.
17? It's a pretty simple lock on it, to be fair, especially for your standards. So, you check it and it doesn't seem trapped.
I will attempt to unlock it, I guess.
Okay. Roll check with your thieves' tools.
19.
19? Wiggle with it a little bit.
Yeah.
Clicks open and lock opens up.
I will walk in, make myself not invisible anymore.
Okay.
And like try and take off the hood. 'Cause you said there's a hood on her face, right?
Yeah.
Take the hood off.
You remove the hood and you see, unconscious, a female black dragonborn.
Well, this just got different, guys. All right. I'm gonna whisper into my bracelet. Guys, I found a princess black dragonborn.
I jump a little bit because again I don't have a bracelet, so I just go. Oh,
I
it gets
think
me
I
every
need to
time.
break out of here.
Would I don't fucking know anything about Princess Black Dragonborn. This round's a bit big.
I mean,
would I?
They called her princess, but it was more in sarcastic old princess down
I
there.
think yeah. Just...
I mean,
not literally insinuating that she's royalty, but more like old princess. You know?
Yeah,
black
okay.
dragonborn. We know.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just kind of look at the group and be like, well, I mean, we could. I know. Don't particularly want to be causing a scene here, you know. I'll Pinterest like, Narok, if you can, did they say how, you know, what's the time frame you've got to be in?
We've got either 2 hours, or I can do my plan.
I mean, not too big a distraction, mate.
Well,
Not cause a fuss.
What about would the turtle let us bring another person on the boat? Like, what do we do afterwards? And we still have to help. And we still have to help Rix too.
I mean, we're definitely still helping Rix. If anything, I prefer to be helping Rix than doing what we're fucking doing now. But
we can't just leave her there.
If they've got a dragon
I agree. I don't think we should leave her. I'm just saying what we need to.
I'm right in thinking that this cult you're all fighting are trying to capture Dragonborn.
Yes.
It would seem that way, yeah.
Could it not be that there's more going on here than just a random captured Dragonborn?
Oh no, there definitely is a bit more. These people
They did
there,
say they were going to pay well.
Yes.
I'll kind of like give me a second. I'm quickly discussing something. Hang on. And
and I will whisper. I'll shut it down until it vibrates.
These people there, they call themselves the Executioners.
Oh, that's a bad name.
Well,
it's not
the
a
people
good
they
name.
like. Well, the people they like to kill her are of that of draconic nature. If it's a dragon, you're the worst thing in the world to these people. As far as I'm aware, they killed everyone I knew in my old. You might have overheard some of Octas's family talking about Darash, especially when I came. Yeah, that was my village. They destroyed and killed everyone in. So I've got a little bit of a personal vendetta against these guys. But to be honest, didn't think I'd be seen. I not heard anything for a while, ever really, and now now I'm suddenly seeing them out of nowhere. I'm a little bit I'm not really about it, to be honest. But anything to stop those fuckers getting away with anything, I'm more than happy to help out with. I just don't want them to see me here because I've already got a big enough target on my back. Don't need to.
So do you want the rest of us to create some kind of distraction so that Laurent can get her off the ship?
We could just free her her quietly, somehow just sneak her off the ship, and then.
I feel I don't know how busy. No, if I don't know how many people on the ship. For all we know, that could be busting ship. It could be empty. I'm hoping it's just an empty ship. No one on there. You know, they've walked off and some. You know, you said some of them going to a tavern. So like, we'll avoid that place. But we could, we could create a distraction. But at the same time, I think I know what Narunk's probably going to do, and it's certainly a distraction. There won't be their boat left, I'll tell you that.
I'm just gonna speak into the person that, like, Narong.
You're
You're
muted.
muted.
You're muted, Silva.
Yeah, what's up?
How many people are on that ship right now?
About how many have I seen?
You've seen, combined with the people up top and the fact that they mentioned that there's people at the tavern as well, it's safe for you to assume that there's more than 10 people in town. And on the ship, you've seen at least 7 or 8 people alone.
There's like 8 on the ship plus more at the tavern, so I don't think I'm gonna make it out of here without doing something a little rash. Do you guys
Do you have
trust
any
me?
Oh, I have a bad feeling about
Narong,
this.
as much as I would love to fuck these people up as much as we can, get the fuck out of there, mate. This isn't something we can get out of alive.
We can do this.
I agree with Narong.
With
I
how
trust
horrible
him.
these people are, with what they
Gonna
do,
let him have her.
why do we need to take a stealth approach?
Because there's
Calls have
more
seen
of
it
them
before,
than there are
pal.
of us.
I don't
That's
particularly.
never stopped us before.
We're at a busy port town, mate.
No.
Who
There's
knows
always
what innocents are?
we've never faced a group of more than us. There's been similar numbers to us, but never more adversaries than us.
Question, DM.
Hi.
How close were the other ships to this ship?
Relatively close. It's a lot of ships there, so the ships have been, they're pretty close together.
Would
If Narank can get her out of there, I can set the boat on fire as a distraction. I've never done it before though, but I know I can.
That's a good distraction.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think Naronk's plan might involve a bit of fire, shall we say? Anyway, I think he's got those blankets he made, didn't he? I think he might be insinuating destroying this boat. I can create a distraction to maybe get all of their crew's attention.
Because if we can do that while getting her off and then just slip away and not let them know it's us that did it, then this could be fine.
I mean, I've got distraction.
I have a potentially terrible idea.
Alright, you guys gotta do this quick. I got maybe 5 minutes on here before someone finds me. Alright.
I have a potentially terrible or brilliant idea.
Alright, Brian.
Yes or no, right now.
Give us 1 second.
If Naronk blows a hole in the side of the hull, I have a spell I've prepared for a little while, knowing we were. When I expected us to potentially sail rather than get an airship, if they blow a hole, I can make it so they can walk out of the ship onto the sea and walk back onto the dock.
Don't they have those potions still? Maybe I can use the potions to get through that hole.
Right. Here's what I'm thinking. I can create a distraction for Naronk so they're not like going down to buy him some time to do whatever the fuck he needs to do. So if he does do his grand plan, but be ready, guys, this could lead to combat. And to be honest, I don't fucking like this idea. I think this is
Nakul,
gonna get us killed.
I think it's best
take
if
your
you
book with you.
I know.
In case you need to get away.
I know, you're all coming with me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. If we're gonna do this, we're gonna make sure none of them fucking get out.
So we're going to do it?
Naronk,
If it's
wait
gonna
for my
involve
signal,
fire,
mate.
If it's gonna involve fire, how is he gonna get away with that person?
That's why I said I can set it on fire when he's off the boat. If someone wants to tell him.
Nakul put on his
It's fine, let's go.
bravest face, his fucking toughest look, and he's just gonna march on up towards that ship.
Out of character, I love how 1 second you're like, oh, we need to sneak because they'll kill us all. And then the next minute, Nakul's like, we're gonna kill all of them.
It's almost like this is a very, very emotional, trying time for him. He doesn't want to do this, but he's feeling pressure to fucking do it. So he's going, if we're gonna do it, we're gonna fucking do it. So let's fucking do it.
All right. Question
How many
for you,
times can
Dutch.
Koiba say do it?
What was that, Soko?
I can tell which way is like which side of the boat's like on the dock and which one's like closer to out to the sea, right? Like city-wise versus.
They're docked kind of
Starboard port.
the starboard
out.
side of the ship is like the side that you hopped onto from the dock. That is the side that's close to the dock.
Okay. I want to get out a black powder blanket in preparation.
Okay.
I want to put it on the side closest to the ocean or the lake. Prep that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna pull 2 potions out of my bag.
Okay.
And have them at the ready with the princess outside the cage. Or, you know, the black dragonborn outside the cage.
Yeah.
Just
Okay,
calling
I'm
her the
gonna
princess
start
now.
dude. She's a princess now. Right?
Yeah.
And
What a gentleman.
just wait for my whisper and bracelet to tell me go.
Okay.
Are you preemptively lifting up the dragonborn?
Yeah, I'll put her in like a sitting position next to me.
Do we know? Do we know which side of the boat Nara's gonna come out of?
Fucking no.
No.
No idea.
You can
No
see the
idea.
ship from where
Should
you
we maybe-
are.
Should
Like-
we maybe ask him?
I mean, yeah.
Naronka, which side of the ship are you gonna come out of?
The bottom.
Yes, but which side and how are you going to deal with the water?
The side away from the dock. I don't know what that is in sea language.
Okay. How are you going to deal with the water?
Don't worry about it. I got it covered.
Are you adamantly sure you have it covered?
100%.
Well,
Alright.
What's
I
your
got this.
distraction in the
Well,
Well, he
pool?
seems confident.
I guess
Right
I'll save
then.
myself for something else.
Stay nearby, guys, but not too close.
Before we start any combat shenanigans, I'm gonna cast Divine Favor on myself.
Narank, you hear a sound coming from where the latch is. You hear the latch open up. And you hear some
Okay, if I
voices
hear
coming
open-
from the... Yeah, you hear the latch open up.
All right. I'm like, all right, guys, it's go time. And I pull out the
Oh,
potions.
dear.
I put
Mhm.
drink one myself, pour it down her throat.
Okay.
Right? And they're
Mhm.
potions of water breathing.
Ah, clever girl.
They
Oh,
finally came in
geez.
handy, boys. Let's
Clever
go. And then I'm gonna
girl.
Clever
take
girl.
my pepper box off my hip,
Mhm.
shoot the black powder, and let the current take me out of the ship.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
As soon as you take out your pepper box and just take a shot at the black powder blanket, just a giant fireball appears, just and you immediately see, and you guys at the docks all see, the ship starts rocking, and you can see fire and smoke, and you can see immediately just a giant group of traders all running towards the ship to see which ship it is, and a bunch of town guard, all of these plate armored Goliaths, all just storming to the dock. Narank, as soon as you blow that shit up, this part of the ship was completely underwater, so immediately just water starts pouring in, and you can hear a lot of cursing and yelling going on above you. But before you know it, the entire lower deck that you're under is underwater.
All right.
Swim.
I start to try and swim out the hole.
Should we run now? Should we?
Yeah,
He's got
yeah,
this,
I
right?
mean,
We need to go. We need
he's
to
a bit-
go.
Go.
Fuck it on the wrong
Um,
a bit too soon. And then I run.
Roll a strength check with disadvantage, because just the pushing of the water into the ship is very strong. Plus, you're also carrying someone. It's
It's tough.
it's a tough one.
Holy shit! What
Could
did
be
we do?
worse. Could be worse. What's my strength one? Straight strength?
I was hoping we
With
took another
advantage,
minute.
straight strength, yeah. With disadvantage, straight strength.
Disadvantage. Yeah. Okay, I just want to make sure it was straight strength.
Yeah.
I have +1.
Would it not be athletics? because that's like swimming. Swimming is
Oh,
athletics.
fair enough. Yeah,
It's,
athletics.
It's the same modifier from
Oh.
acrobatics.
Well, I was trying to help.
No,
you
it's,
know,
it's
like-
not acrobatics.
No.
Athletics, I can get it. Yeah, I can understand, but it's definitely not acrobatics, bud. Sorry.
It's an 11 other way, but I appreciate
11?
it. I appreciate how it's
It takes you a lot of effort, but eventually you manage to just power through and swim. As soon as the entire deck like fills up completely, it's a little easier because there's not as much push because there's no more place for water to go.
Yeah.
Besides the tiny little latch that's still open that slowly has water pouring in. You guys can all see the ship starts rocking and you can hear the wood creak and crack, and you can see now the entirety of the ship's crew has jumped off the ship and is now on the docks, cursing, yelling at each other, looking around, seeing if they can see water who fuck with their ship, because there's no way to get into that lower deck anymore because that's completely submerged already. Ronk, you make your way out of the hole that you blew in it. You start swimming. You said you wanted to place the blankets at the side of the ship that was facing away from the dock, right?
Yes. So
Okay.
I want to start swimming out in the ocean.
Yeah, okay, so they don't see you come out because you're on the other side of the ship. Yeah, and you make your way further into the ocean. And do you like slowly kind of circle to go back to your ship,
Yeah,
or
kind of like
what's
a
your
little,
plan?
yeah, basically like towards our ship.
Like a big arc.
Okay.
Yeah, like basically like from what I know, these potions last 5 minutes ish.
Yeah, all right.
We should we head back? Do we know where he's gonna go?
You all,
No idea.
assuming that you walked up to the ship as well.
We're running now.
You don't see Narong. You see a bunch of angry people and Nakul. You can spot them, some of them, because some of them aren't wearing any armor at all. Very clearly, this tattoo in their neck that is the same emblem that you have on your loincloth. All kind of looking around, cursing, looking around, very confused as to what the fuck just happened. And you can slowly see their ship just slowly sink into the water as it completely fills up with ocean water.
I'll kind of like. How close am I to any of them?
Quite a large crowd has formed there, so you're not like in their necks, and you you can already see these big Goliaths that kind of tower over everyone, kind of pushing through. Right, stepping through, coming through, and they all seem to be wearing the same tabard as Port's Karach, which which was fuck, what was it again?
The emblem thing.
It was a blue tabard with
a white axe.
Fuck.
Blue with black ship.
Yeah, with the black ship on it. That's right. You're right. Leading me to believe that this town is also under the same control of the same mayor as Port Karach. He kind of rules both towns. And they immediately start kind of like setting up a perimeter of like, okay, nobody pass here. They start talking to the crew, and the crew is too busy dealing with everything that's going on and talking to the town guard to really.
I'm gonna try and like
notice anything.
look out for the wrong, but at the same time, I'm gonna be like, oh, what? Feigning ignorance, being like, oh, what's going on here? Oh, that shit, what happened? That kind of like try and blend in with the crowd.
I'm just gonna like grab his arm and like try and drag him back toward in the direction.
One of you, one of them, kind of looks back at you, and just kind of looks at you, and just yells, "Piss off, Scales!"
Oh, fuck off, mate. I'll kind of like just glare at him, and
he turns back. He turns back around, and kind of kicks a piece of wood that landed on the dock into the water. Clearly very perturbed of what happened.
Ektanis is like in front of Nakul, like pushing him back, like it's not worth it. Come on, we've got to go.
Yeah, no, I know. You can see that in the corner. Like he shakes himself out of it. He's like, "No, you're right."
Narok, takes you a little while because you're trying to carry someone with you, but you eventually surface near what you think is the Siren's Descent. Positioning wise.
Somewhere there.
And you can see as you look up, you can see some Warforged. Dum, the turtle, doesn't seem to be there, and you find the ladder off the side off of the Siren's Descent. You climb on it. I'd like you to roll an athletics check, please. See how successfully you climb up on that with someone slumped over your shoulder.
That is 16.
Okay. Requires a little more effort than usual, but you managed to get yourself and the Black Dragonborn on the deck of the ship, and the Warforged really don't pay you any mind because, you know, they're just kind of standing there. They don't really seem to respond. You can also see that their eyes glow a little less faint. But yeah, you're on the ship now.
All right. I'm going to head below decks.
Okay.
With a little passenger and just send the bracelet. Guys, I made it back to the ship all right. Does someone want to inform Dan that he is going to have an extra person joining us?
He can learn when he gets back, and I'll kind of
Yeah.
head towards the ship more.
Fair enough.
I'll talk to him when he gets back.
Okay. All right.
When everyone else starts like heading back to the ship, because I know Tarnis was saying she's like pushing Nakul away and stuff. I want to stay, but I'm going to send Youngbuck back with everyone.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, when we get back, I'm gonna go down and try and find the Dragonborn that Nakul has saved.
Nakul, Narong.
I mean Narong even.
But yeah,
Yeah, it was all me.
Same.
I'll also go down.
So yeah, you all come back to the ship. What are you doing, Quinn, while the rest of your friends are all...
I want to keep an eye on the one that told Nakul to piss off.
Okay.
For reasons.
Okay, fair enough. That group is in conversation with the town guard. But eventually the town guard tell the crowd to kind of disperse. And you can see the entirety of the group just move into town. Very perturbed.
Once the crowd disperses and the guards, is there a moment where there's like no crowd, no guards, but the crew haven't set off into town yet?
Very briefly, yeah.
Okay, I want to Misty step up to him and attack him.
Okay. Roll your attack.
Okay. 25.
Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
Okay.
Are you using your halberd for this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
Uh, 26 damage.
Okay.
For the first attack.
All right. Yeah. Roll your next attack.
Okay. How does it look after the first one?
Hit.
29 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Oh, I must so bad at maths.
I don't know.
That's 28 damage. Oh wait, I needed D4 as well. 30 damage.
Okay. So
He's
you just
still strong.
He's not looking as strong anymore, but he's looking very perturbed.
Okay, I've got one more. That is 16 to hit.
Doesn't hit, fortunately.
Okay, and then I want to Misty Step. And since they can't see where I go with Misty Step, I just want to Misty Step under the water surface.
How does that work for you? Because if you attack with the action, can you use it?
We're not in initiative, so
yeah. But I'd say that you Misty Step towards him, attack him twice, which I would rule as okay. You're in like a turn. you will.
Then Misty Step's a bonus act. Oh no, because I did attack as a
But you've
bonus
used
action,
it,
just missed
yeah.
Yeah, you attacked it, yeah.
missed. All right, if they want to,
So- He strikes at you with his sword,
All right.
and his entire crew yells and gathers around. And as he's striking at you, you can already see some of the town guard rushing back over to see what the fuck is happening. Let's say natural 20. Fucking hell.
Fine. He's not gonna kill me, so it's fine.
I probably isn't, but you take 16 points of slashing damage.
All right.
For the first attack. Gonna roll again. Gonna attack again. Which is a 18 to hit.
That doesn't hit.
Okay. So he strikes at you with his sword once, and then the second strike kind of bounces off of your armor.
Oh wait, no, 18 does hit. Just
Oh, it does?
My
Okay.
AC is 18.
Oh,
So.
there you go. You take another 8 points of slashing damage for the second one. As he
So
just kind of
was that- how
slashes
many
you
points was
twice.
that total?
16 plus 8 is 24.
Points
Okay.
total. And as his friends now kind of gather around to kind of close you in a little bit, immediately you hear several voices yell, "Halt! Stop this!" as a group of 4 to 5 Goliaths gather around you, pulling away the group. One of them getting in between you and him.
Just a long 6 seconds.
I mean, this is all happening simultaneously, man. Like, the guards are... Because they weren't, like, gone. They were just, like, literally a few meters back telling the crowd to fuck off, and all of a sudden a fight breaks out. So they... You know?
Their jumps.
Yeah. So they got, like, as this group is kind of surrounding you, the guards immediately intervene, and there's now a bunch of angry executioners and a bunch of angry guards all gathered at that location. What do you do?
I said I'm Misty Stepping.
Okay.
And where Misty Stepping is under the water. They can't see where I teleport to.
Yeah,
They're not going
sure.
to guess he teleported into the fucking water. So I'm teleporting into the water.
Splashes. Just.
It wouldn't create a splash though.
No, it's
Yeah, because
literally
he goes under, yeah.
an unoccupied space. Yeah. I'd say water is unoccupied, right? So yeah, technically, yeah, okay.
So I
Unless there's
teleport
giant
into the
squid
Yeah,
water.
right as one of the
Yeah.
Goliath guards goes to speak to you and turns around to face you, you're gone. You just... And he looks back and turns back to the group, and you can see the guy that was fighting you immediately gets. I mean, you don't, but he gets put in shackles and gets carried away, gets like pushed away, and they deal with that situation. And you are now in the water, 60 feet away from
Alright.
there.
Do I need to do another con save? Oh wait, Soko didn't. So
No, it's near the docks. It's a little warmer. So you'll be alright.
alright, I'll
There's a lot
swim
of,
back to our ship then. Staying underwater as long as possible.
Yeah,
For obvious reasons.
You can hold your breath for a while because you have a pretty good con. So yeah, you'll be alright. Yeah, you can make it back to the Siren's Descent easy.
Alright. And then I'll go meet the rest of the people under.
Okay.
Like see that they're
So
not
while
on
that
deck.
is, so while that was all happening, you were all on the ship, kind of circled around this unconscious-looking black dragonborn woman.
Ictanus is just kind of like gonna nudge Naronkan in the ribs with her elbow and go, "Nice job."
I'm gonna ask Nog, do you know if she's hurt? Does she need some healing?
Nabrad.
I mean, I could do it. I was just asking if
She
we know
has
if she
bolts.
needs it.
I would all
Well, that's it's less than helpful, but
I assume you were pressed for time, Narong.
can I do a medicine check to see if
Science
she
or
looks like
something.
she's injured or?
There's a lot of people talking at the same time. What's happening?
I was like, can I do a medicine check to see if it looks like she has any injuries or if she's
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
needs
Can
any medical
I,
attention in some way?
while Trim is doing that, can I make a medicine check to determine why she's unconscious?
Oh, I'm so bad. Sorry, it went. It
Yes, you can.
almost rolled on natural 20 and then teetered to
No,
an 8.
nice.
So that's 14 for my medicine check.
You kind of all inspect her face and her like the parts of her body that are visible under the clothing that she's wearing. She seems, for someone who is presumably was kidnapped, seems fairly unharmed otherwise.
Okay.
Besides being
Okay.
knocked out.
I'll hold off.
Abran, what did you roll?
I rolled 11, so 17 total.
No bruising on the head, suggesting that she didn't get sucker punched and knocked out. She overall is not, no blood loss, so it's not that she lost consciousness through blood loss, which leads you to assume that either this is a magical effect or drugged.
Okay. She doesn't seem unconscious by damage to
That's 'cause
herself.
she isn't. She was drugged.
Care to
I
elaborate?
overheard it.
Well,
I gave her a
it's not
little
something
sedative.
I can remedy with my current.
We'll keep
Well,
an eye on her. Make sure when she wakes up, someone has food and water.
If we take
keep an eye on her.
if we take a short rest and then I have time to. Oh wait, is it short or long rest? I can change up spells.
Long
is it a
rest.
long
Long.
rest?
It's long
rest.
rest.
Okay, never mind. I take it back. I said nothing.
Dutch.
Hi.
With my knowledge of poisons, would I be able to do like any medicine checks or anything to see if it's like something like that?
Huh.
See if she's poisoned. Ooh.
Actually,
Yes,
interesting request.
you can, actually, because you are
Sick, Daddy.
indeed
Let's
very, very well versed in the art of poison.
go.
Nice one, Maddie.
Riz. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's terrifying to learn.
He's
Hey,
proficient
have this
with
food.
making poison. All right, it's not that deep, fam.
He's only
Jesus.
gonna
I'm
kill
not
us on our
letting him
sleep.
cook
It's
me
fine.
breakfast.
Calm down.
So what do I roll? medicine
Just
check?
roll a medicine check. Yeah, sure.
All right. Oh, that's a natural 20.
God damn.
Ooh, all right.
You've seen these effects before. You are fairly confident in saying that she got dosed with a dose of drow poison.
All right.
Ooh.
Guys, I have some experience with poisons, and this definitely does look like she's been poisoned by drow poison.
Is
you
that
know,
is that bad? Will that cause permanent damage?
Well,
Looks at drow poison that's sitting in his inventory.
exactly.
Looks at food he gives to party.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you find out?
It's not very bad. She's just unconscious. But she should be fine. She should be waking up from this. We should be able to just shake her up, really.
I think it would be best if only Nakul was here when she wakes up.
Yeah, I'll,
It would be kind of intimidating
me.
to be
Probably try to wear
surrounded
some
by.
dry clothes too.
Yes.
you guys go
Um,
sort
a good
stuff
point.
out. I'll try and talk with her for a sec.
I have
I'll stay
some
with
spare
you.
clothes, I think.
No, I think it'll be fine. Thank you.
Um,
I did rescue her. All right.
I'm gonna leave behind the clothes I have in my inventory. It's just like a basic like shirt and
Excuse me.
pants with like a fancy jacket, and that's basically it.
All right. Yeah, just like I got you. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Everybody leaves. Quinn, as most people are leaving the lower deck, you make it on board, and you can see people coming out of the lower deck.
Can I stay down below deck somewhere?
I mean, you have to go down below deck, yeah, because you were still in the water. So like you climb up on the ship,
but-
see people come out, and if you want to go down below deck, you can, yeah.
Yep, I do.
Okay. The lower deck of this place is arranged in such a way that there are like some separate rooms. You go down below. Who's still down below? And who left?
Me in the wrong.
Okay. So you go down, and like on the stairway down, you can see most of your friends go up, and you can see down as you get below deck. You can see Nakul, Narong, kind of leaning over this unconscious figure on the floor.
Why are you all wet, Quinn?
I just went for another swim again.
In your armor?
Got him.
Yeah, it's not as cold here, so I didn't need to take it off. Swimming in cold water is a lot harder than warm water, so I can't swim with the armor on.
Hmm. Yeah, I want to inside that.
Yeah,
Can I
that's-
deception check? Roll persuasion or deception. Don't tell me which.
Temperature of the water has no impact on just the weight of the armor that drags you down under the water.
It's okay.
Deception with disadvantage because it's actually
Pseudo-
colder up here because we went north.
Yeah. Pseudoscience works, boys. It's pseudoscience.
What did you roll?
I rolled dirt 20.
Dirt 20, Hanzo?
5.
Yeah, Quinn's full of shit. You get the sense that he is not a really good liar, per se, because this is ridiculous.
All right, Quinn. You go make sure you get in some dry clothes. All right. Don't want you
And
getting hypothermia.
I'll walk off into a different section of the downstairs. But
Fair enough.
We'll be having a conversation later. Don't you worry.
All right, Nakul and Narank, are you still having a little?
I'm just waiting for her to wake up.
I would like to slowly try and not fucking shake her awake, but you know what I mean? Just kind of hello. I'll say this in Draconic, by the way. I'll speak in Draconic, say hello. You're right. Just kind of try and nudge her awake. Obviously, she doesn't wake up. It'll just get.
Yeah. So you take your action to shake her awake, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. You take some effort, but eventually her eyes open. These very bright green and bluish, kind of a mixture of the two. Eyes, and she immediately sits up. You can see her kind of disoriented. Look around. Where am I? And who are you?
I will say in Draconic to her, don't worry. This is Naronk. He saved you. Welcome aboard our ship. You're safe now. We saved you from the executioners. Don't worry.
I'll bow.
Roll persuasion check.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That's always good sound.
-1, so that's a 6.
Solid.
And you can see her kind of slide towards the door.
Again, continue Draconic. No, I'm Nakul. You are safe here. And I kind of look at the wrong, just
He's right. They were gonna sell you off to someone. I'm not sure who. You might know better than I do.
I don't know. Last thing I remember was at work at the tavern in town. Next thing I know, I wake up here in your ship. So excuse me if I'm a little hesitant to believe you.
I had to blow up a ship to rescue you. You were drugged in a cell down there. And we felt it was best to get you out of there, since we know of some people that tend to hunt Dragonborn. Especially one of your color being very rare.
What does my
Cool. That's not racist, right?
what does my racial background have to do with any of this?
So, these people, they're looking to summon Reskill, and they're killing one of each color of Dragonborn. They still need one of black and make it my little life's goal to make sure they get eradicated from this world. And the people who captured you, they don't like dragons at all. So anything to stop their plan, I suppose. What's your name?
Yasta.
How was that spelled?
YAS.
Yep.
Apostrophe. NA.
Thank you.
That's
she seems to relax a little bit, but she's still very much on edge and just like waiting for an opportunity to just skirt. I've lived in this town pretty much all my life, and been working at the inn for the last 5 years. I do remember serving some people with interesting neck tattoos a couple days ago, and they I actually told my boss that they were making me feel a little uncomfortable because they were kind of eyeballing me while I was serving them drinks. So that's really all I noticed that was out of the ordinary. If I think back of the last few weeks, that sound about right?
Yeah. Did it look a bit like an eye, kind of like on the?
Yeah, that'd be the one.
Yeah, that's those executioner fuckers. They probably like to make themselves known.
Okay, so if I were to believe you, there's this group of people out there sacrificing Dragonborn to summon the literal boogeyman, and these people help them.
Well, they're getting paid really well, so.
I would assume they're probably working together, considering they have a similar goal in mind of removing dragons, but especially for enough coin, I think they'd help anyone. And yes, it's weird that it's the boogeyman. Until some close friends died, I didn't believe it.
So, say I believe you. My life is in shambles. I can't go back to work. What the fuck do I do?
That I don't know. Because we can only protect you so far because we're going kind of to the source a little bit, and we're going to try to deal with one of them, and rather not put on their doorstep 2 of us. Unfortunately, we saved you, but
And you
apart from
see
that,
suddenly something like clicks in her head. Well, I know what I need to do. If you took me from them, we'll probably need another Black Dragonborn, right?
Yeah.
My brother works at that tavern too.
What's his name?
Yasin. It's YAS apostrophe IN.
I'm not gonna lie. I guessed. That's what I was gonna write down.
Same.
I also right.
I need to help him.
No, if you go out there, they're gonna find you again, and they're gonna say, "Oh, look." They might try to blame you for what's going on there. We can protect you. I can go and find him, and I can get your brother. I can bring him back here, and we can drop you off just somewhere else, just away from it all.
Hang on. Just save my brother, please. She gets up and she see that she's staggering a little bit, and she kind of catches herself on the wall, looking very dazed still.
I'll stay sitting down. You've had a long one. Naronk, if you don't mind, look after our friend here. I'll take a couple of us and I'll go grit.
I will. Nakul, take this, and I will hand him my ring of invisibility. Use this to get him out so that he's not seen.
Will do, mate. And I'll put it in my pocket. And, well, bag, because I don't have pockets, not wearing anything. I'll put it in my bag.
Finger, idiot.
I'm not going to wear it.
You, have anywhere that I can maybe lie down for a bit? I feel a little unwell. But,
yeah, we'll go find you a bed over here.
When you find, Yasin, tell him that the fox has lost its fur. He'll know what it means.
Foxes. and I will fucking just dart there and be like, I'll keep you updated. And then I'll run up to the top and be like, Octanus, Bran, with me.
She goes to lie down somewhere. There's a bed in in the room as well, and she goes to just kind of sit down. She lies down, and you can see her ears start to her eyes. She's talking hard, start to tear up, and she kind of just lies down, and before you know it, she's
just before I'll go. Trim and Rix, if you don't mind, keep an eye on Naronk and our guest for me. Can you make sure they're both well enough and comfortable. You know, give them a bit of space.
Quinn.
Okay.
Tell Dan what happened as well, so he doesn't get surprised by a new Dragonborn just on board.
Go up to the top deck and go help out Nakul, and then they're gonna need a little extra help.
I was in a separate room. Are you coming to like find me?
I yelled it. I yelled it.
So
you probably hear me.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't want to like actually yell.
If Dan comes back, we'll explain everything to him.
Good. Okay.
Okay. So who is setting off to go to the tavern?
If Octanus and Bran are coming with me, us three, I suppose. But there's
Yeah.
the group I want.
I'm sending Quinn after him.
What's the rest of you guys doing? Those that are not sticking around. So Trim, Rix. What are you doing?
Well, I want to go with them, but I was told to stay here and watch her. So
I'm
I
gonna
guess
sit
I'll-
with just outside her room. Just
Yeah.
Okay.
make sure she's all right.
All right.
I'll stick around on the deck. Like, keep an eye out if anything is happening on the decks.
Fair enough.
Split the
The
party.
party. Aberan, Octanus, Nakul. You set off into town. As you kind of leave the docks, you can still definitely see a lot of hustle and bustle, a lot of guards at the place where there once was a ship. I mean, there still is a ship. It's just underwater. You can see the mast kind of stick out the water still, but that's about it. When looking around here, what you see is a very similar setting as the town to yourself. And the streets of same layout kind of as the town to yourself. It leads to similar looking streets. The only difference is that this town seems slightly bigger. And you see, as you get to a little bit of a square, you can see a variety of buildings. You can see a tavern. Very clearly seems to be a tavern. This large, sign hanging over it. Just has 2 mugs of ale. Clearly good giveaway that that's a tavern.
Mm-hmm.
You can see an Arcana Emporium. A very familiar looking black and green building with a bunch of orbs and lights floating around. You can see another store, which seems like a little bit of a general goods type thing. A smith, a Fletcher, and a building you haven't seen in a while. A large house dressed with a banner with claw marks on it. A Caldelar's Hunter's Lodge seems to be located in this town as well.
Of course it is. Uh-huh. Good to know. How close to the tavern is that Caldelar's Hunter?
Like across the square, pretty much.
Pretty fucking close. You know. Yeah. As we're walking up, okay, guys. She's got a brother, all right, who works this tavern. We're gonna get him and get him back to this ship because we know that these fucks here. I don't want any fighting, all right. We're just gonna get him out quickly. I've got a plan to get him out.
Do you want to share? Or...
And I'll go into my bag. Ronk said like this helps. I I don't really know what it does, but I assume it. I think Narong made him disappear, so we can make him disappear and he can get the fuck out of it.
That's
No.
okay.
I need you just in case anything goes wrong. We can buff them off, get the fuck out. I needed little people for this because if a big group of us start milling about, it's a bit sketchy and it gets a bit fisticuffs happens quickly. Don't want fighting. Don't want killing right now. We need to get the fuck out of here.
If anything goes wrong and we can't make it back to the ship,
we brace it. We'll call up the reinforcements.
I mean, yeah, or we head to the
water. Or we get the fuck out. One of the two.
Head to the water.
We either hold our ground or we get the fuck out. And I'll stagger in a little bit, wait a bit first. Now walk in and I'll try and find a black dragon.
Okay. You walk into the inn?
Yep. Yeah, walk in.
Alright. When you walk into the inn, you can see a barkeep. Seemingly a red tiefling. And you can see a male black dragonborn cleaning off some tables. And you can see a group of individuals sitting in one of the corners of the tavern, a group of 6 at the table.
I'll walk straight up to the black dragonborn.
Do the group of 6 have anything distinguishing?
Red tiefling, it's a black dragonborn.
Sorry,
I want to. When everyone else, since I apparently got dragged along for this, when everyone else goes in.
Well, you did. Well, you didn't. It's well within up to you. Naronk said follow them. Your choice, Master.
That's fine. Yeah.
I didn't hear that. Sorry,
Who stayed back at the ship then? It was Rix, right?
Rix, Trim,
Rix and Trim.
The only people who've gone is
Naronk.
Okay, I'll stay on the boat then and send Youngbuck with the party.
Okay.
Okay. So Youngbuck is accompanying you.
Youngbuck will kind of like stay outside and just like
stay.
Yeah, so you see the red tiefling behind the bar. You can see a black dragonborn cleaning off some tables.
I'll go to the black dragonborn straight away.
Is there anything distinguishing about the group of 6?
Did you walk in with Nakul?
Yes.
We both did.
Okay. Roll perception check.
Not great. I'm looking basically to see if they have anything that identifies them as executioners. That's 10.
The only thing that you see on them is that they're wearing armor, weapons, and when Nakul walked in, they kind of all looked at him for a brief second before going back to their business.
Specifically Nakul, not the 3 of us, Nakul.
You just saw them look up when Nakul entered. Nakul was also the first to enter, so that can mean a lot of things, but that's what they did.
I'm gonna attempt to distract them. I'm gonna go over and pull out my playing cards.
Okay.
So, you guys look like the sort who'd be into gambling.
Not right now, mate.
I got a lot of money I'm down to lose. If you guys are interested.
Well, our ship just got sunk at the docks, so we've got our head in something else right now, mate.
Shit, your boat got sunk? What happened?
You can see like
in the way,
3 of them are kind of like ugh as they're having this conversation, whereas the other 3 they kind of look at you. Yeah, I don't know what happened really. I was sitting playing cards actually below deck, and all of a sudden all I heard was a big explosion, and a few minutes later our ship was on the bottom of the ocean. So
you didn't happen to store your gunpowder down there, did you?
Yeah, see, that's the funny bit, right? We don't carry gunpowder around, so we had nothing explosive with us, so...
Sure it was a explosion, not a decompression? Maybe you had a leak and that blew out? Anyway, it sounds like you guys could use a drink. I'm gonna put some gold on the table. I'm gonna put like 3 gold on the table.
So while this conversation is going on, Nakul, what are you doing?
I'll walk up to the black dragonborn.
Okay.
It's kind of like... Don't know about you, mate, but I think that fox mouth lost its fur.
He looks at you, his eyes widen. He nods and kind of whispers to you. I'll go outside through the kitchen. Meet me in the back alley. And he just kind of goes to the kitchen, nods to his boss, like, "Oh, I'm gonna clean up the kitchen," you know, just and walks up into the kitchen. And you can see, you look over the table where Bran is standing, and Bran is having conversation with these people. Not everyone seems as entertained as Bran at the moment.
I'm gonna try and stand in the way as much as I can.
As like the conversation, I'm like, "Oh, you know what? This is the wrong tavern. This wasn't the right one. Sorry, guys." And I'll start leaving. My God. So, guys, Bram, wrong one, mate. Sorry.
I guess that's my cue to leave. Here, buy a round of drinks, cruise at your ship, plan something. I don't know.
Hey, right, mate. You, yep. And they all kind of just turn back facing each other.
I'll leave the 3 gold and walk out.
Okay.
And I'll go to the back alley straight. Like I wander out, look like I'm like starting to walk, like, oh, talking like, oh, fucking wrong time. I can't believe I did this again, and then fucking walk to the back.
Are you really trying to sell the fact that you found a wrong tavern?
Yes. Yeah.
Roll a performance check.
I'm in the background, like rolling my eyes and rubbing at my face.
Oh, -1, so that's a 6.
One of them yells, "You know there's only one tavern in this town, mate."
Oh fuck. I'll just still leave.
And just looks at you.
I'll look at him and like, just leave anyway. I'll look in his direction, but what, and then leave.
I'll just turn around and be like, he's had a bit too much. And walk out.
Right.
Yeah, no. Saunter on my way. Back alley. Trying to. Well, no, I'm not saying trying to be stealthy. Trying to be nonchalant is probably the best way to describe one.
Okay.
So I was just like, yeah, cool. This is where I'm supposed to be. Like, oh.
Alright, so you walk out and immediately go around the corner to get into the back alley.
Yeah.
Are you all following, accompanied by Young Buck?
I'm gonna stand.
I'm
at the
following,
front.
trying to look as much as basically just like hired protection for him.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay out the front, so I'm not directly in the doorway, but like by the doorway, maybe to the side a little.
Alright.
Just keep an eye on what happens.
Nakul, you move around the corner and around another corner. You can see Yasin waiting for you.
Okay, walk up.
Abran,
Mm-hmm.
right after Nakul cleared the corner, you see the entire group of 6 people leave the tavern and spread out.
Do any of them go in the direction that Nakul was going?
One does, yeah.
I'm gonna walk behind him.
Okay. Stealthily? Question mark?
No.
Alright.
I'm gonna try and play it as if I know where I'm going.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna try and be stealthy. I'm not trying to hide that I'm there. Just hide that I'm following him.
Yeah.
Alright. Nakul, so you turn on the corner and Yasin walks up to you. My sister safe?
Yeah, she is currently. We need to get you safe as well. Those group in the corner don't like Dragonborns, as it were, and they kidnapped your sister.
We can explain
But
more
we
about
said
this
that.
now,
We
but
can say-
we've got to
We can
go.
say it later. Put this on, and I'll hide you. And we can at least get you until we get there. Just follow us. But I'll pass him the ring.
What does it do?
It makes you disappear.
Right. He puts on the ring and he itches with it a little bit, and kind of like holds it up to his mouth and like says something, and
Yeah, just follow on, and we'll go to the ship. And I'll
Abram,
go out.
You as Nakul, as you walk back around the corner with Octanus, you can see one of these individuals from inside the tavern, kind of like stares at you in the eyes because you kind of like meet as you round the corner, and you can see Abran a little bit behind him.
Oh, sorry, mate.
You lost again?
Oh, you know how it is. New place, innit?
Right. He kind of puts his hand on your shoulder, pats it a few times,
I wouldn't do that if I were you, mate.
And hold on. What? Wait up.
I know it's coming.
Inflict wounds.
Yeah, I know it's coming. I'm well aware of what's happened to me. Well,
Give me a second. Give me just a second.
well, I'm about to either be fucking paralyzed or I'm about to get fucking hurt.
Punches you in the
both.
jaw.
No,
Or
you
both,
don't seem to notice anything. He just pats you on the shoulder and you hear him say a few words. Kind of like just some, to you sounds just like some drumbling in a language you don't speak. And he try not to get lost again, alright? And he moves on past you and rounds the corner, like all the way on the other side of the alleyway, rounds the corner and just
Am I close enough to notice this?
I'll say,
you can see him walk up and like pat him on the shoulder, and he moves further.
would
like
Nakul
saying some
make
words.
the connotation and connection?
Would I? Because I'm standing right there.
Spell casting of any description of being touched and then hearing those kind of words. Would he make any kind that something has happened to him other than?
Roll an intelligence check.
Can I do it as well?
You win
Since
the
I'm right there.
Sure.
Only it was a saving throw.
Ooh, yes.
Intelligence
Okay.
check.
Intelligence. Ooh, yay. Okay. 17.
Ooh, 19.
Ooh.
My
I
first
mean,
good roll.
you know that there are that you know you've seen spellcasters do their thing, and you know that most spells work with doing something with your hands, but also saying something. But
I don't know what he did, but I think he's done something here, guys. To whether this is my shoulder.
actually,
Come on. Oh,
you
God.
don't.
Okay, fair enough. No, that's
No,
fine.
You don't.
That's fine. I'll
Nope.
take that back. Rewind.
No, you don't.
Weird.
Rewind.
Must really fucking hate
My bad.
Dragonborn, I guess.
That's my bad.
Fucking
You
must
don't.
grumbling under his.
As far as you can tell, it was just a guy
Yep, no, that's fine.
patting you on the shoulder and like kind of mumbling something
Strange
under
guy.
under his breath and then fucking off.
Right, we should go with a bit of haste, shall we? And I'll
Yeah.
fucking just kind of not run, but certainly jog.
Quick random sidebar. Meanwhile, in the boat, just to try and like help relax the Dragonborn, I mean, use Druidcraft to make the aroma of like soothing things like lavender, chamomile while she's trying to sleep, so
Fucking-
that hopefully
Just
she
a
feels
bunch of essential oils is being created by
pretty
Trim.
much with Druidcraft.
here's my healing crystal. It's just like
Oh, goop it.
Trim is a
Um,
hun.
Is Young Buck keeping you updated, Quinn, of the shenanigans?
Yeah, just
Okay.
telepathically.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
Because
So
I want to
you're-
know, like, you know, the reason I sent Young Buck is because if any trouble does happen, Young Buck can tell the people on the boat by telling me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured as much. Yeah.
Smart boy.
Figured as
Oh
much.
yeah, we do have bracelets.
Yeah,
I
there's
mean,
the
You know,
bracelet, yeah.
I don't have a bracelet.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah,
Me
yeah.
either.
Yeah,
Me
I'm
either.
sorry.
I was like, if anything happens,
It's just
we're
Nakul.
fucked.
Yeah.
Help! Like,
Yeah,
You're like, we're
no.
bugged help, and I'm just sat there oblivious with my like feet
Yeah.
up.
I mean,
yeah,
hey,
like,
the thought was there, you know. You tried.
I mean, I'm not going to have to. If anything, it's quite good for you because you could be like, you probably hear it first where I say that. He's like, something's happened to them, and they'd be like,
Yeah,
you just hear on the ship somewhere else, we're fucked.
Yeah. Okay, so you make your way back to the ship. Aberan, you join them as well. And as you get on the ship, you feel something kind of bump into the back of you. You look back and you don't see anything, so you think like, oh, that's probably, you know.
Yes.
She's down there.
He takes the ring off and scurries down below deck, kind of pushing past you immediately. Narank, Trim, Quinn, you see this male black dragonborn walking down the steps into the lower deck. He looks around a little bit and sees an open door and just assumes, oh, that's probably where she is, and he walks into the room where his sister is. So whoever's in that specific room are now
I
met
think
with.
we were all just outside her door, giving her
Okay.
some space.
He pays you no mind and just walks in as he sees his sister there lying on the bed.
Do I see if Dam is back yet?
Kind of kneels down. Dam does not appear to be back yet. No.
Okay, cool. Then I just want to keep an eye out on the docks, make sure no executions just show up or anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna join Actanis. I'm gonna lean on the side of the boat near the gangplank to.
Are
the dock.
you two kind of close to each other?
Pretty close, yeah.
Probably next to me then, because I'm there.
Physically or emotionally? Because
Physically. Yeah, I'll just kind of hang by them for a second, and no, I'm not going to be looking out. I'm just going to be kind of like staring off in the distance.
I'm just keeping an eye out.
Alright.
Dutch.
Yes?
I'm assuming between the ship and the dock there is a gangplank.
Yeah, there is.
Okay. Is anyone loading or unloading anything onto the ship currently, or are we just waiting for Dan?
We're waiting for Dan, pretty much.
Okay, then I am going to bring the gangplank back across onto the ship.
Okay. Alright,
As he does that, can I walk over and go, are you going to keep an eye out for the captain so he can get back on the boat when he comes back? Because he might get upset if he can't get back on.
We'll explain it to him when he
gets
gets back.
back out for him when he gets back.
Okay, and we should definitely tell him we don't want to linger. Because he said, he's like, we could stay for a while if we want, and now we definitely don't want.
No. Yeah. Yeah, you make good points.
All right. You guys wait up around, and Yasin is just kneeling before his sister. She wakes up and they hug each other. And they all start speaking. They both start speaking Draconic. So I'm assuming no one really is in the room with them. So those who are sitting outside that do speak Draconic catch like a word here or there, but not enough to really make out of what they're like saying exactly. And after a while, Yasin walks out. Safe to say we need to get out of here. But my sister tells me you are traveling in the direction of where the people are that try to take her. So what do we do?
For now, you all stay with us. Keep you safe for the moment.
They have no
And
ship.
we can devise what to do.
Yes, even though the
Our
people
ship
that are in
Could
this
you-
town that don't
like
have a
dogs.
ship.
Could you find passage back to Port Karach, where we just came from? Go somewhere else?
Honestly, I'm not sure if I trust anyone right now. The only reason I trust you is because you saved
That's
my
fair.
sister's life. So I don't really feel confident enough to walk up to a random trader and be like, hey, we hop on your ship for a little while.
That's fair.
Let's see what Tam says.
Don't suppose any of you have any magical means of us getting out of here?
Not in the city, at least.
No.
I don't believe. Our airship just left Port Karach
Fucking idiot.
yesterday. Or this morning.
I think Koiba just realized something, guy.
Yep. I think he
I
did
have
too.
dimension door, for fuck's sake, what am I doing?
I don't want to say anything.
For fuck's sake!
He is a barbarian. Why would he cast spells?
10 out of 10 move. 10 out
You
of 10.
saved us all of this trouble.
Oh,
Good. Dimension
fuck.
door in, dimension door out. Fucking god
mean,
damn. God
To be fair with Dimension Door, you have to like know the room where you're
Yeah,
Dimension
you
Dooring in,
definitely
right?
know.
So
I mean, like, just in general, just in
What's-
life. Good.
yeah.
Dimensional so many places.
Yeah, true.
God damn it.
Hey man, it's all good.
Shit.
Oh fuck, that's funny.
Sorry.
It's all good.
I'm proud of you.
Oh, that was hilarious. Okay.
This ship you're on, where is it? Does it plan on docking in Northport next?
It does. Is there something
I
in
think
Northport?
so.
Northport is a little bit of a more dangerous town, you know, a lot of crime. But they also have an airship tower that could take us to a variety of places, really. We have some family in the flatlands that we could possibly reach out to and go to.
I think that might be best.
He nods.
Unless you want to go to Calzir.
I think I'd rather be with the comfort of family at the moment, especially with what happened to my sister just now. So if you wouldn't mind us tagging along to Northport, we'll go to the airship tower and take the first ship towards the flatlands out of there.
It's probably for the best then. We'll make sure you guys make it out of there safe, and then the rest will be up to you.
Alright. Mind giving me and my sister some privacy? She's in a lot of distress at the moment, and she still doesn't really trust you yet. It's kind of in her nature.
It's completely fine, I understand.
Mind if we just take this room for the trip? We'll probably not really come out much. She's skittish as is, and now this happening to her, kind of, you know, she just doesn't really want to talk to people right now.
I don't blame you one bit.
Thank you.
Kind of motion for everyone to move off, and I'll move over to the stairs and kind of just stand over there.
He shuts the door as he goes back into the room. Meanwhile, up top, Abran, assuming you're keeping an eye out for Dam to come back, you can see a turtle moving towards the ship. And as he gets to the dock, kind of yells, hello, would you mind letting me on my ship? Why is the plank gone?
I will put the gangplank back across.
Alright. And he walks up. What happened? There's talk in town about the ship exploding or something. Were you here the entire time? Could you see what happened?
I don't have that gunpowder on board or something that exploded, but it looked like just out of nowhere it...
Roll a deception check.
I win these. 2. Wait, deception. Wait, let me just double check.
I mean, unless you have a plus 10 to
2.
that, then yeah.
No, it's a 3 minus 1. 3
Okay. Right, so assuming we're not sticking around then?
Oh,
No.
fucking no. Get the
No.
fuck out now if we can.
Right. I'm just gonna assume that you had good reasons for what you've done, I suppose.
I didn't do anything.
There are 2 new passengers on board. They're both Black Dragonborns.
What?
We can pay for them. And I just pull a handful of coins out of my pouch. Just hold it out.
Every time she does that, I just imagine young Harry, we'll take the lot! And it's
Yeah, pretty much.
It's
I have very little concept of money because I've never needed it. So.
Trim is Harry Potter confirmed. Minus the scar.
That's how I feel right now with my 0 gold in my pouch.
Trim, it's fine. You don't. We'll cover things like this as a group. You don't have to.
Why are they traveling with us?
They were under threat of kidnapping. And then possibly torture and eventually murder. But
Does this correlate into the ship being blown up?
yes,
May-
a little bit.
The Dragonborn didn't blow the ship up. Let's
No.
discuss this when we're on the.
Am I
sea.
harboring terrorists?
No.
No.
Quite the opposite way around.
Right, well, we have a 2-day journey ahead of us to hit Northport, so by all means, fill me in on the way, yeah?
Sounds
Okay.
good, mate.
Not determine if I charge for them being on my ship afterwards.
Understood.
Or if I'm going to the authorities straight away. That's still to be determined.
That's fair enough.
Let's set off then.
Yeah, he in Aquan to his warforged, and you can see their eyes start glowing brighter, and they start, getting the sails ready. 4 of them collect around a wheel, and they slowly raise the anchor, and you're off. Due northbound. Like he said, roughly a 2-day trip. First half of the first day goes by relatively okay-ish. It's a long way. The two Dragonborn haven't really come out of their room. And the second half, who is below decks right now?
I am. I'm gonna spend most of my time above deck.
Same.
For me, it'll depend on, are we out of town at this point?
Yeah, you are out of town. You're like,
because now once we're out of town, I'm fine being up on deck again.
Fair. Yeah, you're like 7-8 hours away from Port Duran right now. So you're yeah. If anyone sees you now, they got really keen eyes.
You never know.
True.
Professor Thaddeus.
They could be scrying on you right now, and you wouldn't even know. I'm kidding, guys. Do you think if I was actually okay, all right, moving on.
It's a fake out. It's a double fake out. He's there like, I wouldn't do that, would I?
I wouldn't do
Who would
that to
ever
you.
do that? Am I right?
Looks at the camera like Jim on The Office.
Yeah. Roll perception check, Narong.
Uh-oh.
Oh god.
23.
You can hear some bumping against the hull of the ship. For those above deck, anyone like, are you looking out in the water?
Yeah, I would be.
Okay. Roll perception.
I'm
check.
going back and
Looking out
forth
at the
between
horizon,
water
so-
and sky.
Yeah,
I'm also
yeah.
remembering
Okay.
that dragon that flew above us ages ago that I'm still like.
I'll just be
Bearing in
looking
mind
out
that
in
I've been swam twice this session. I think it's safe to say I'd be looking at the water quite a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Trim, Mactanus, Quinn, roll perception checks.
16.
10.
8.
Okay.
At least one of us got good.
All right.
Good job, Chris Trim.
You look at the water and Mactanus, you were the 16, right?
I
No.
was.
Oh,
Trim was.
Oh, Trim. I just assumed that was Bell that rolled high.
Nope.
Trim,
Not this time.
you see sharp fins poking out of the water, leading you to believe that these might be sharks. And
Yay.
you know, you're on a ship, you'll see sharks.
Yeah.
But at that time, 6 sharks jump out the water, land on the deck of the ship, and they seem to be having a humanoid legs, humanoid torso, with a shark head.
Oh god.
As one of them yells, "It's dinner time, boys!"
Oh,
And that's where
God.
we're going to be ending the session today.
Oh, you
Yay.
Fish are friends, not food.
It's the street sharks.
I was literally gonna be like, I turn into a shark and jump in the water with them and say, hey.
Oh
and then I was
no!
like, oh no!
That
Not
would
these
have been a
guys.
bad.
Does the
I
shark
was-
furthest to the left look like it's in a dodgy costume?
No.
I was literally about to put on some Pirates of the Caribbean music again, but no.
Not this time.
Not this time, I'm afraid.
Next
Put
As
on Baby Shark.
these
Next
6
time on Dungeon
these 6 half human, half sharks just suddenly jumped on the ship. That's gonna be where we're ending. Yeah.
Fair warning. Also, Dutch, so it's next week. I'll be here. I'll be in Florida, so I'm just gonna be on my laptop with like my
shitty laptop mic. Love
yeah,
it.
exactly.
Love it.
So fair warning. Apologies
At
in
least they'll
advance.
probably have better internet than Canada.
I have no idea what the internet situation is in my mom's place. But
Hey man,
we'll
you only dropped out like once, so you know that was alright.
Yeah.
Happens.
It's
Shit
fine.
happens. All right.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
jinx it, but has anyone noticed Discord doesn't seem to be crashing for anyone as
I was about to say,
Crash
actually.
instantly
Shut up.
crashes.
Just gone. All right. Before we go, I would like to thank Kicking Life for the follow. Laura, thanks for the Prime 8 months. Appreciate you. Tony Aegon for the follows as well, and Copa, thanks for that host, brother. Hope your stream went well. You're all amazing. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll pick this back up next week as our friends seem to be under attack by some humanoid shark figures.
By shark lads.
Shark
Yeah.
lads. Stamping right now. Shark lads.
Anyone have any sort of tornado-based spell, please?
Sharknado! I do!
I thought you were implying that they were trying to break out of the bottom of the
I
ship.
hate all of you right now.
I mean, like,
To get out
the
of the
thing is,
ship.
Gypsy, I can make like a tornado, but I haven't prepared that spell, and we're not gonna long rest while the sharks let us chill out, so I can prepare it.
Wait, can we just long rest real quick? Give us a sec, lads.
Yeah,
The time-
like the time is, like it would be long rest time, kind of, because you left like halfway through the afternoon, so 6 hours
But I
later
can't
those sharks attack. So it is
retroactively
no. But like six
say, I
hours
prepared the
into the
food.
journey.
But what you're
these
saying
sharks
is I'd have
attack,
full
so-
healed and got all my spells back.
Yeah.
Because this fight will
Awesome.
take place right before long rest.
Oh, before
right,
a long
Yeah,
rest.
right before long rest, pretty
No,
much.
you're not healed.
So
But we
no.
did have a
Still
long
the-
rest.
It's still the,
We did have
this is still the
Yeah,
first day
but
of
but Quinn fucking attacked that one dude, so he used some of the
Yeah, so
stuff.
Quinn took
yeah,
damage.
I
Um,
would. Can we say that between setting off and the combat, that if Quinn had approached Bran would have healed him?
But he.
That didn't happen, so no.
That didn't happen. So
I was
Yeah,
gonna say I
what the
can also
fuck?
heal myself. I just totally
Like
forgot.
what? Like there's asking the DM from, oh, I forgot to pick up my arrows. Can I have them? There's, oh, can I literally control another
an
person's character
action.
to come talk to me so I can heal him? Like, come on, bro. No.
He could have healed himself, I
But
guess.
does it count as a short rest though?
You could have short rested on the ship, yeah, because you've been sitting on your ass for 6 hours. So I'll allow that, but that's about it. That's more.
Then can I use
gonna
since
get more.
we are short resting? I didn't know I was short resting. Could I have
Mhm.
used healing dice?
Yes, you could have.
Okay.
You don't ask, you don't get.
And you
I'd
asked,
rather
you
ask-
get yelled at. So there you go.
I'd rather ask and get yelled at than not ask. You might have said yes.
Hey, what's up, Ecto? Thanks for the host, by the way, bro. I saw your host pop up,
So
but
sad,
I
guys. I used my
respond.
last black powder blanket.
Fuck.
We burned the ship down if you use that now, don't
Yeah, you literally blew up a ship, bro.
That's
Uh,
fun, to be fair.
For someone to host, because if for level select, we did Duke last week, so Craven?
Craven live?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
playing
he's
Pillars of
playing
Eternity
Pillars
2.
of Eternity 2, Deadfire. Spoilers!
Just don't watch.
Yeah. We'll just fucking hop in there, host
No,
up,
watch
and then
the
I'll
whole stream, what do you mean?
disappear. Yeah, nice, bro.
just
nice.
hop in and be
yeah,
like, no
nice.
spoilers, and then leave.
All right, sounds good. We're gonna throw our little host to Craven, fantastic streamer, part of Level Select.
He's great.
And all that good shit. Before we set off, everybody, thanks for watching. All these people here around me, those guys over there, are all streamers.
Oh, wait. Hold on. There's a thing
Wait.
we must do first. Hold on.
Wait.
There. Hold on. Wait for it to happen. All right.
Wow!
Done.
300
Wow.
biddies.
Wait,
The
I like
bribes
that fucking
that's a
roll.
lit fucking unicorn. I fucking
I know,
love
it's
it.
a unicorn.
He's so cute.
Thanks for the bits, though. Appreciate you.
I literally got them because I don't never buy bits. I got them for free for doing like surveys.
Oh
so
yeah,
I was
Twitch
like,
RPG or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
I do
like,
that too sometimes.
who else needs money like myself? Who's a good streamer? Let's do that. So there you
I
go.
mean, I know that the first thing is true. The second one, no.
no.
End of the day.
Yeah. Hey, appreciate y'all. We got some interesting stuff done today. Some
Yeah, we did.
Nakul.
saved
we